Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hi. Happy Saturday. We are Hard Knock Dice. My name is Jonesy, your dungeon master for the evening. These people around me are your heroes and my best friends. Today, we kick it off again with a good old Dungeons and Dragons game. It's set in the Eberron campaign setting. We call it Across Eberron. But before we do that, one announcement. We now have our extra life stuff settled out, our new campaign, and we're going to get some more prizes and stuff. I'm still working on that, but we do have the new thermometer going right now. So if you don't know what Extra Life is, they're a charitable organization that raises money for children's hospitals all across North America. We are raising money for the Children's Hospital of Atlanta, which is building the Arthur M. Blank Children's Hospital. So they need all the help that they can get with that. So let's help them out. Also, if you do that, you can when we hit certain milestones, we're going to be giving away awesome prizes. So you come into the chat the next time we hit one of those milestones, enter into the giveaway, and you could potentially win things. Things like a digital copy of Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, a SteelSeries Gaming mouse, and a SteelSeries Gaming keyboard, just to name a few. We're going to add some more stuff in later on to sort of break this up. But Extra Life, go check them out. What's up? What?
Winning things is good.
Winning things is good. Free things are awesome. Free things are amazing. So, unless anybody has anything else. Nope. Wonderful. Last we left off, our heroes barely escaped the mad hive of Alara. Several were inches away from being left on the maddening plane, but through a mixture of talent, desperation, and teamwork, they were all able to return to the material plane, mostly intact. They rested within the Crawling Oak Sanctuary and found themselves waking that next morning to the sight of their revamped airship in the distance and a new name to boot, the Stormbringer. Druids of the Gosh-Kala then began to arrive, and a new Korta of the Ebon Shield was to be named. Korta Urlev Torn named Artyom Akala a warrior of the natural world with a gift, and he named Karlagla Korta of the Ebon Shield. The sister tribes promised numbers for Kar to assist her with keeping this gate, and then Korta Urlev, having passed his duty, released himself and became one with nature once more. As a parting gift, Korta Karlagla gave the Shining Vanguard magical tattoos as one last thank you. As they took off into the night, Milo and Kashik had a heart-to-heart. Melgrim had some messages to send to his wife, for better or for worse, and the party now sits around the table, eating a good hearty meal prepared by Erish, and strong wine and ale is aplenty. So, Shining Vanguard, I turn it over to you. Someone starts off with a squeal. Whatever that was.
That's
When I
the
was
sound
going-
Artyom makes when he finally has alcohol again.
Oh, gotcha.
Before we wrapped up last time, I was wanting to say we kind of ran out of time. Milo, before he went to bed, was going to instruct his drone to get him up very early, like 5 a.m. or something, because he had a lot of work to do.
Okay.
He'll be getting a very early, dark 30 start.
Gotcha. Is Milo not partaking in the revelry tonight?
Maybe a drink.
Okay, we'll call this round one of drinks then. As you guys sit around the table.
Starts as one.
Nilvo grabbed a nightcap and went up and started driving you guys back to Zarashok to get things wrapped up there, as they had left in a little bit of a hurry last time to come and grab you guys. So, meal is on you. You guys are busted up,
Good.
but whole for the most part.
Well, now is as good a time as any. What are we doing next?
It is a good question.
Yep.
If I'm not mistaken. Go ahead. Sorry, Artyom.
I was just saying we have a lot of options available.
If I'm not mistaken, Gorham had some business with Jeremiah. They said they were in Moonwatch waiting for us. I'm not sure if we're going to stop by Moonwatch to grab them or what's going on with that, but
A little far. Took us like Would it take us like a week to get from Moonwatch to Zarashok? Damn. How long is that journey?
From Zarashok to Moonwatch, it'll be 8 days. Because it was 4 days to Vralkek and 4 days to Zarashok from there. So, just a day over a week. That was with your old drive. Maybe a day faster now.
Oh.
It's not going to be significant, but you are lighter.
A little bit of time.
You are faster. Nilbo would inform you.
Could they not head north to meet us somewhere? North? I don't know where I'm thinking north on the map. I don't know where it is actually on the map. In the direction of our objectives.
Gorm, what was the plan with that?
I have a job for Jeremiah in the holds. Also, I have business in Scan, north of the Marauder holds. So as soon as possible, we need to head there. 3 weeks have gone by while we've been in there, and the trail of Idril grows colder by the day.
A lot of things grow colder by the day, unfortunately. Where? God fucking damn it. Where? Crowley, where's the map?
But the hunt for Idril has waited for too long, Gandolin. I have stalled long enough.
The world ending is a little bit more of an issue.
And my hammer thirsts for his blood.
That's a little weird.
Before we devolve into outright arguing rather than drinking and arguing, I will point out that Yidril has a kind of handicapped Koshik in our last journey, and the last thing we need to do is go into a very dangerous situation and not have everyone fighting at their best. And they also have a little bit of a quicker solution. If you guys noticed those druids that were coming to the great tree there, they are just kind of walking out the trees. I'm pretty sure I can do that. Can we figure it out? Yeah. I can take them
straight over there then.
Well, I have to have seen the tree before, and I've passed pretty close to the holds. I'm pretty sure I could get us to the holds. I don't know anything north of it, but if we're flying to Moonwatch, I might be able to take a quick detour and maybe spy a tree in the mountain range we need to get to later, and we can travel to it after we deal with Yidril.
That would solve all the problems. So we can do things quickly, the least amount of time possible.
Yeah.
On the topic, Artyom, quickly, I'm not 100% sure if it will work, but the tattoo that I got from Carr may have a significant impact on whether or not Yidril can affect me anymore. Again, I'm not 100% sure if it'll work. I don't know exactly how he was approaching me, but fingers crossed. Guess we'll see.
Right. Well, I mean, someone has their belongings stolen, they put the lock on, then someone starts smashing windows. Yeah. Next thing you know, it's probably not going to be too tame as not letting you get your spells back, right?
Yeah, that was very nearly disastrous throughout that particular endeavor. If we can move quickly between the two, then I don't see why we can't. We can't waste too much time. As Gorm said, it's been 3 weeks, and on top of that being time for Yidril to go elsewhere, that also means it's time for whatever's going on in the Bashik Mountains to continue.
Erish, how do you think you can make us a lot more of these communication candles? Because this might be a journey to where we're going to be all over the place.
Maybe not a lot more, but some of them, yes. I can definitely replace the ones that you've used, at the very least.
Perfect. Especially if something happens with my spells again, it would be nice to be able to contact you regardless.
Right. Yeah, right. We'd use them sparingly, of course, but if people got separated or we had to let you know to change, or let Nilbo know to change course or anything like that.
Of course.
How close can you get us to this cairn?
Let me look at the map. Where
'Cause if it is
exactly
on the-
is Scairn?
It's on the other side of the hole.
Scairn is in the
It's
Lazar
across.
Principalities,
Yeah.
to the very northeast of the map.
That's a DM question. DM, how far would you have said that Artyom may have traveled into the Maror holds?
Probably into the Maror holds is.
Yeah.
I don't. As far as your backstory, I don't know much. I know you could get into the Talenta Plains, probably just south of. Give me a. Just roll a D100 for me.
D100. All right.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It's only gonna get
Well,
so good, but
let's hope it's high as good, because that's a 96.
with a 96, I'll say you know of one, a very large tree, as a matter of fact, next to the northern Talenta Plains, like going next to Karnath, sort of at that trisection between Karnath and the Maror holds, at the base, at the foothills of those mountains, next to the Garadra Gap.
All right. Right. Well, if push came to the shove, I could have us to the Garada Gap in seconds. So.
Okay. The holds are. That put us right next to the Garada Gap. I presume the Garada Gap is a pass.
Mm-hmm.
Through the mountains.
Yep.
So that gets us through that section of the Ironroot Mountains, but we would still have to travel farther to the north and past the Hoarfrost Mountains. And I don't know how long that will take on foot. Unless anybody can think of a quicker way to get through there.
Not to mention if Gorham needs to swing by his home place. His home place is near Krona Peak.
Krona Peak?
Correct. In the Ironroot Mountains.
Oh yeah, I see it. Yeah, it's right there. So we'd have to go to the Krona.
Does that settlement pass through the mountain range? Or is it just on the western side?
I'm sure there are. Jones, would there be like dwarven passages through the mountains?
Yes, very much so.
Okay.
So that could get us through the mountains. Would they be able to get us through the Hoarfrost as well? Because we need to see how quick we can get through there. Because getting there is really good. This ship can go right over the mountains. So if the mountains slow us down enough, it may not be any faster.
Yeah. I mean, it's true. But it's going to take us, what, 2.5 weeks to even get to Krona if we go straight there from where we are now?
No, I mean, it's almost like from where we are, not even from where we are now, we have to get to Zarashak. And then from Zarashak to Moonwatch, going almost straight across is about a week. Just there.
Wait, real quick, out of character, why do we need to go to Zarashak?
Finish, I guess, wrap up whatever was going on.
Yeah, Nilbo said he left out of there in a hurry, so he needs to go back and pay docking fees and whatnot.
Gotcha.
We'll get arrested. So, just getting from Zarashak to Moonwatch is about a week. Crossing that distance straight across all the way to Corona Peak that's got to be close to a month. Just of travel.
Like to point out something real quick while you guys are planning traveling. I know you're considering cross country right now. There is something in your path, a very large obstacle in the form of the Mournland.
Gotta go around.
You don't have to. I'm not saying I'm not. But Crowley's old home is, if you go down to Moonwatch and in between Krona Peak, the Mournland is there. So that is extra time on your journey.
Yeah.
So probably
because we'd be
3
stuck.
weeks to get there then.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Probably close. Even without the Mournlands, close on a month.
Yeah.
Like to get there, because just comparing distances between Zarashak and Moonwatch, and then kind of bird walking that across, like that's definitely a month or more. just of straight flight.
Well, I might be able to have something that could help us get through the mountain ranges if we want to take a good solid chunk of time to travel. It's not
Maybe-
something. It's pretty taxing for me to do, but I could kind of turn this into air, and we could travel with the wind for a few hours.
Just a few hours. If that wears out while we're still like up there, that could be really bad.
Yeah, you'll float down. You'll have plenty of time to land, as long as you don't decide that you're going to go try and touch the sun or something stupid.
I hear you melt a little bit if you go up. Try to-
It's- You know, that's
Very-
it's a
very
common
melty that
misconception.
high
It's
up.
actually colder the higher you get.
Oh, okay. I mean, that sounds made up, but sure.
8
whatever you
hours.
say, boss.
I could probably a good third of a day. So
So would 8 hours be enough to get us over the mountain if we cross the distance between the two mountain ranges and start at the bottom of the hoarfrost? Could we get up and over in 8?
well, I mean, looking at the map here, that says Gorum wants to go back to his place, and if Melgrim wants to, if we want to have a wounded Melgrim going with us on this journey after his wife gets a hold of him, probably.
Dope.
And that's, I guess that's
I would be
information
too wounded already.
before I know of now Melgrim's wife thinking that he might be sleeping with another woman.
That was
that got walked back.
rescinded.
That got walked
Huh?
back.
Redacted.
Sure.
Does your grandfather know any magics that could get us across the hoarfrost?
But as far as
Prob-
getting across the Hoarfrost, if we had a passage for Koronga Peak or to the first the Iron Root Mountains, we could probably get over in maybe 8 hours, or at least get high up, have a camp for the night or something, and then get across on the next day.
DM, would there not be? I mean, it's still in the holds. It's full of dwarves. Wouldn't there be passages through the Hoarfrost as well?
Yeah,
Or no?
you would have clans on either side. Now, whether those clans are friendly to you or not, that there could be a whole political thing there. But if you're talking about from passing from the Iron Root to the Hoarfrost, there would be tunnels that would lead under the Mirror Lake as well.
Under the lake?
Yeah,
Ooh.
under the lake as well. I mean, there is an entire massive mining system under both of those mountains. So, as well as villages on top and underneath these mountains.
All right.
But keep in mind, if we were to use this mode of transportation and being transformed into air, that we'd be moving at about 10 times the normal walking speed. So
Oh shit.
it gives you a 300-foot movement speed.
Oh, that's fast. So
Yeah.
six,
So-
600, 600 around, basically.
So 8 hours of running 3 times the speed of a horse, or 3 times the speed of a phantom steed.
Someone
a
do the
horse-
math.
A horse has a 50-foot
Well-
movement speed, right?
Well, if we have a 300-foot movement speed, assuming you still get an action, that's 600 feet around, so it's 100 foot a second. What that math is for miles per hour, I'm not quite sure.
That's why I
Right.
said someone do the math.
God damn.
Not it.
Feet per second, miles per hour. That's what we got Google for.
Well, there's 5,280 feet in a mile.
That's 68 miles an hour.
Holy shit.
That's
That
pretty
is
good.
hauling
Fucking-
ass. That is
Hell yeah.
hustling.
That's on Das
That should
Dwarven Autobahn.
just
So-
down those little tunnels. Okay, that's really fucking fast. How fast is the boat going right now? Just to compare. Do we know?
Your boat's top speed is 30 miles an hour.
Holy shit, that's more than twice as fast as the boat.
Well, I say top
Okay.
speed. Your boat's normal top speed until it is struck with lightning.
Until we strike with lightning. And that only lasts for what, a round?
3 rounds.
When 3 rounds of doubled speed.
Correct.
So, okay. That's pretty fucking good. That could get us through there pretty fast. Because if he's just in scared, Is Scaring a village, or is Scaring like a whole ass town?
Give me a
Do we know?
history check.
I guess that depends on if any of us know anything about it. Sure, I'm real good at those. 1, not natural. That's a 1 modified.
Tashik's traveled a lot. What kind of check is
I
it?
have no idea.
Give me a history check.
I have no fucking clue. But we know anything about Scaring, aside from what the fucking priest told us?
I rolled a D&D Beyond. I shouldn't have. I rolled an 8.
An 8.
We know nothing about the Lazar Principality.
Let me try mine. I literally came from Lazar Principalities. I should know this.
Big Russian, or big Karnathi brain.
Let me see if Crowley knows.
Sure.
Nobody know anybody got anything. Fuck, guys.
I rolled, but I also got an 8. So
Why do we suck so much? Why are we so
Not
bad?
not
I rolled a
metagame, y'all
13
could go wake
plus
up Milo.
4.
I should have advantage because I'm
Yeah,
from
sleep.
that area. Can I roll again?
So
I blame
that's,
this.
That's a 17 for Crowley. So
I blame this that we're
13 for Crowley.
actively drinking as this planning session continues, or just
Even if you didn't let me roll again, I'm gonna tell you whatever you rolled and it's a 10, so it's not that much fucking better.
Well, I was gonna ask you. You say you're from the Lazar Principalities. Where?
I said from the area. What do you mean where? the exact place?
Right.
Ridge Island.
Oh, I never specified, so I don't know.
Gotcha.
I never looked that deep into it.
Scairn with a 17. Crowley. Scairn is not like a huge village or anything, but it's a small town that's gotten a little bit of traffic now, and a little bit of just due to its location right now. Very, very central to a lot of these islands. Easy to go out on, easy port, also easy access to the Roar holds from the north, some passages from the north. So it's a little bit sizable, and it's got a strong, I mean, yeah, there's not much else that you would know with the 17. So nothing significant about that place really that you know of.
Yeah, I just relay the standard information. I don't know anything. Crowley makes sure everyone knows he doesn't know too much about it, just the basics, just to refresh everyone.
Well, I mean, on the bright side, if it's not a giant place, that makes it easy to search. But that also means he'll probably know we're there as soon as we get there. Harder to remain unobtrusive. So we can get there pretty quick. That's good. And if you can get us back, you said you can probably get us back to the Baishik Mountains that same way.
Right. While we're on the ship is making its way to Moonwatch, I can fly off and find a suitable tree that we can get back to. And
It's a
then
pretty big distance.
I can go pretty fast.
Still.
This is separate from me being air elemental and me having the capability of casting this spell. So I could be this air form, this travel type kind of form for 8 hours, and then shapeshift into an air elemental for a number of hours after that as well.
That doesn't. Things might still attack you on the way, though.
Lots of things could happen. True.
It's pretty big risk.
I would be sleeping out in the wilderness for a night by myself in either case. Yeah. I've done it plenty of times before. If something attacks me,
In Droam?
Not in Droam, but it can't be too much worse than Kibar.
I don't know if that's true.
In any case, I can get away from those things if something comes to attack me. Be it an elemental form to fly away, or turning into a Quetzalcoatlus, or just going into full Tyrannosaurus Rex mode and tearing my way through it. I feel like I'll be safe. Not trying to pick any fights or right any wrongs. I have a mission to do and return to Moonwatch and maybe get there before the rest of you and not eat any of those fucking pickles.
DM, do we from the notes we got from Dr. Greetrolk, do we know, not from Dr. Greetrolk, but Dr. Greetrolk's notes that we got, do you know whereabout on the Baishik mountain range that they went?
Yes. She
Okay,
actually
is that-
she mapped it out for you.
Okay, fantastic. Do we know if that's farther towards that like southeast, like the southeast end, or more towards the northwestern end?
It is right, if you're looking at the map and you see Suthar Droll, it is to the east of that in that little indention.
Okay. All right. It's a little further to the top of the mountain range.
Oh, okay, it's to the top of it? Alright.
Yeah,
Correct.
that's where it looks like, to like that little pocket to the east of Suthar Droll.
Alright. So we'll get back to Zara Ashkin. If it's over there, then I'll just leave from there, and it'll be a couple of days for me to get to that location, but I'll meet you in Moonwatch.
I don't know if anybody should be going anywhere by themselves.
Well, I mean, we have things to do, and not a lot of time to do them, and the fate of the world depends on it, so sometimes people are going to need to take risks, and I can't really turn other people into an air elemental to continue traveling with me.
Anyone else are just slowing down?
Hey, Erish can give me another candle, and if things get bad, I'll let you know.
I suppose. Yeah. Right. That said, I'm gonna turn to Gorham. There has to be a point if we can't find them, we have to deal with the Zoriat shit. If it's taking too long, we have to break off.
Listen,
That is understandable, but I've waited long enough.
come
If we-
on,
if we
we
can
don't
find
have to
them,
get too
right.
serious. We just fucking went into the plane of madness and gave a fucking Lord of Insanity the middle finger and stole the gem in their crown or whatever and got out of there scot-free. So I think we're doing pretty great, right? It's a victory. Let's just not bring down the moment, okay?
Yes. But we cannot disregard the threat that it poses either.
No
I'm
one
not
is
saying we
disregarding
only
the
give
threat.
it 24 hours. But if we can't fucking find them, if we run into a dead end, we have to deal with this.
We
if I
have
may.
some of the most capable trackers in all of Corvair with us here.
Fantastic. But
If I
if we
may.
do, that is all
Oh.
I want.
We'll
will
deal
not
with
fail.
failure whenever we come to it.
May
but
I
that's not
speak,
happening. Oh, I'm
please?
sorry.
Yes.
sorry.
What is?
Thank you. I have a spell that if you wait until tomorrow, I can prepare. It should help us find him.
Fantastic.
I can see where he is.
It's
I can see
amazing.
what he's doing. Simple. No more arguing.
Okay.
Then it shouldn't be a problem.
Exactly. So I drink. And
I've
I
been
will
drinking. I don't know.
tink my drink with Artyom's drink. I don't
I
even care if
will-
it's long about I'm gonna tink it on him.
I will double dink with ale and wine.
Oh god, you double fist.
Are they different
This man
glasses,
said
though?
tink.
Is it a wine glass and a tankard though?
No, it is two
Two
tankards.
tankards.
It's two tankards.
Not that classy. I got you.
We're going for efficiency here, okay? Not class.
Well,
So we have a plan then.
good. The one is I think we're probably gonna get through the moment.
Okay.
So
I
I'm gonna
will-
walk through the plan
I'll leave-
so I
I'll
understand.
leave Beric here, and if I get into trouble and Beric disappears, you'll know. Oh shit. That will be the immediate sign of fuck.
So heading south to Zarshok right now. Unless anyone says anything else to Nilbo.
Mhm.
Artyom leaving off from Zarshok to the place that is marked on the map. The boat heading to Moonwatch. The airship heading to Moonwatch. As soon as Artyom gets there, you're tree striding to Moonwatch, meaning back up on the boat and heading towards where?
No.
No.
We will go to Moonwatch and we will hang out with the folks there, and then we'll probably tree stride to the over closest to the Maror holds.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
To that tree that he would know over there, and then walk to Corna Peak.
Right.
Krona Peak. Walk to Krona Peak. Travel through dwarf tunnels underneath Ironroot, underneath Mirror Lake, past Hoarfrost, then be on the other side of Hoarfrost, and then to Scairn. I believe is the path that is being dictated.
Do we want to go underneath the lake, or would we prefer to fly over it with the elemental stuff? I mean, that's a matter of. I guess
we could always elemental. We could do the air stuff through the tunnels, if necessary.
Yeah, that's true.
Because we're intangible, right?
I think non-magic stuff can't hurt us, but we can still be hurt by magic things.
I mean, whatever will be faster. I guess I'm not particularly sure. But point being is going from Krona Peak to one way or the other, getting to the opposite side.
Resistance to damage from non-magical weapons. Okay, so
I mean,
still we are in full danger, and it takes a minute to get back out of this form. So if we start getting attacked by a bunch of stuff, obviously we'll fucking run. But we're not. Yeah. We're not immune to danger, right?
Right.
And there's always the case or chance that if there's some nasty person down there to spell magic, and we all just get
that would be bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ultimately, I don't think it makes a giant difference on time. Because if we're going to be doing the air thing either way, 64 fucking miles an hour is
right.
64 miles an hour for 8 hours. That's a lot of distance to cover. It's a lot.
I think y'all have sussed out probably the quickest way to Scairn.
Yeah, I believe so.
I do not see a quicker way to get there, but
yeah,
maybe y'all do.
On
your own means, that is.
Yeah, I can't think of anything at this time.
And so
Milo
do we want?
Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead with Sean.
Oh, I was joking. I was gonna be like Milo for his part is gonna roll over in his sleep and drool a little bit.
You said you were there for the first drink.
Yeah.
This is first drink conversation.
Oh, I figured this was like deeper into the night.
We'd probably want to have this conversation with the full party there, I'd say.
Yeah, I'd say this was
okay,
at the start, and it's just going downhill as we drink more.
Oh shit! I didn't
More
roll
unintelligible.
because I assumed Milo was dead ass asleep. My apologies, guys. Whoopsie.
Sick.
Um.
Don't get jumped.
Right. What are we going to do with our ship? Should we leave it on Moonwatch and come back to it after we go to the Baishik Mountains, or?
They could meet us somewhere closer to the Baishik Mountains. They'll have enough time to get there.
Is there any safer places to the Baishik Mountains that they could meet us there?
I mean, they could always go to kind of up a little farther to the north, maybe.
Erish, didn't you say you had some family members on Silver Lake?
Yeah, that's where we picked him up, isn't it? We got him over.
Family, no. My family's south of there. But
okay.
Safe enough place.
Yeah, they could park over there, maybe near Chevalon. Is that anybody know anything about Chevalon?
That's where you picked me up from.
Okay, there we go. I knew it was somewhere over there. So we could leave. They could travel bring the ship from Moonwatch to Chevalon. Communicate with them once we've made our way to the Baishik Mountains. They can either go ahead and make their way to the Baishik Mountains, or wait until after we have finished our business there. I would vote go ahead and be there, so that if we need to, make a quick exit, and just pile onto the airship and get the fuck out of there.
And keep in mind for all of these logistic things that we're doing, I cannot make us fly in the wind on the same day that I have us go through a plant.
Okay, makes sense.
I think having to take a day stop after every time is still much faster.
Oh yeah, just if we have a plan coming up in the future, that's not really something I can do.
Right. Okay. I think that's probably about the best or quickest way we're gonna get what we need to get done.
Okay.
Maybe while we're spending time in Moonwatch, we can see if we can find any books on Scairn, since we'll have a little time there apparently. Or if anybody knows about it.
I'll see if I can dig up any information while I'm there. There's a good chance I'll meet you all there. So.
All right. Perfect.
All right. Well.
Yep. I'm getting drunk.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
I guess now is when Milo will retire to bed.
Where are you going? Get your scrawny
pretty-
ass back here.
Pretty worn down. I think I'm gonna get an early night.
All the more reason to drink. Works faster.
No. All the more reason to get a full night's sleep.
You don't want to savor the victory that we just had with lots of alcohol?
He gestures at you with his one empty glass.
I think I've done my alcohol savoring for the night.
Freeland is a very boring place.
Let him be. I'll walk you to your room, Milo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then on the way to the room, Kachik has a question for Milo.
No, DM, no.
I'm not gonna stab him yet. Milo. Oh, my Skype froze. Am I still here? Yeah, okay. Milo, can I ask you a question?
Sure?
What did you do with that crystal?
I'm pretty certain you saw him launch it into the...
No, I saw what you did with the crystal, but what did you do with the crystal? Or,
Well,
I
we
guess,
left
what did the
before we
crystal do?
saw.
You have no idea. You don't know what it was going to do.
The thing that I was telling you about, it started speaking to me and telling me that was our way out. I asked it if the soul would be destroyed, and he said no, it would be released. I didn't know what else to do in that moment except to try, or I was afraid we'd lose all of us.
All right.
Trust
Well.
me, I've been ruminating over it too. Never did get to see what happened, and I'm not sure how or if it's even possible to figure it out at this point. If that's even something I can find out through research, or
Well,
if next time I'm gonna have a choice.
from what we've seen of these crystals, they're pretty volatile. Maybe it did to the realm what it did to the trains.
Maybe. But Kashik, before I go to bed, this time I was given a choice, or at least up to the point that I made a choice. I'm worried about maybe not having one, because that's happened before. I told you about that. Worried it's gonna get worse.
Well, I guess that's a bridge we're gonna have to cross when we come to it, huh?
Yeah, but it's a bridge I want you to know is there, at least.
Right. Well, whatever happens, I'm sure we can take it on. We're a good team.
I hope that explains why I'm not in such a celebratory mood right now.
Yeah, it does.
Well, have a good rest of your night, Kashik.
Good night, Marta. Pat, pat.
And this time, he will tell the drone to get him up bright and early.
Back to the drinking I go.
Okay. Muted my mic. Okay. You guys have more than enough wine and ale to sustain you for eons to come. Or for this group, possibly
Consume it all in
3
one night.
weeks.
I imagine at some point during the night, Artyom would get kind of pretty hammered and use shape wood to like take 2 kind of sturdy wooden mugs that we have and kind of like break the handle backwards off of them and turn it into like a 2-foot long pole so that Bill has a way to use his stubby little hands to actually pull booze up to his mouth.
Give me, how late into the night are you doing this?
You know what? We'll let the dice decide. I'll roll a d6. That was a 6. So very late into the night, I'd like you to give me a straight wisdom check with disadvantage.
As much
Let's
drunk.
fucking go.
That is a 16 and a 14. So 19 total.
Okay.
Still
You-
not bad.
Yeah, you drunkenly put together a contraption for Bill to sort of drink. His arms aren't used for a whole lot, so he's not really used to using them at all. But he can sort of grip it, like fits in between his fingers and like onto that backwards facing spike that they have on their forearm.
Mm-hmm.
And like tilts, he has to tilt his whole head up when he does it too. But the first couple of tries, this is best. This is wonderful. This is game changer for me. This is excellent. Wonderful. I can't fill it up now though. It's 3 feet away from me, so someone will have to fill it up at all times.
I mean, you can sit it down and move. And
I'd
then feel it up.
rather not. That does not seem like the good option here.
How dirty are Bill's clothes? Since we've been gone for so long.
He's been with Eris here. Scrumbly's been cleaning him.
Eris has been taking decent
You
care of him.
You got the stone still, right?
He's still-
touch it.
But would Bill
Yes.
have been cooperating with Erish to clean him?
It
I
seems
imagine Erish has like a pressure washer that he just gives.
he looks okay. He looks like he probably took a lay in the garden earlier today in his clothes, but
Fire.
it looks like Erish has at least gotten a hold of him once over the
Do dinosaurs have BO? Is that a thing?
They probably
He's
smell like
cheeky boy.
a petting zoo.
Oh lord.
Okay.
Make sure he's surrounded by as many flowers as possible when he sleeps to try and counteract that BO.
Is there anything else anybody would like to be doing throughout the night?
I'm gonna try to juggle knives.
What?
Oh, you heard me.
Make a dexterity check at disadvantage.
Hell yes. Just straight dexterity?
Straight dexterity.
Alright. Let's see here. At disadvantage. Famously good at the. Okay, that could be worse. 12.
Okay. It starts
That
off
is
kind of
a-
sloppy, but you're only juggling 2 knives at the moment, unless you start adding in some more daggers.
Oh, if I'm not like stabbing myself, I'm adding more.
Okay.
I have daggers to add.
Go ahead and roll another dex check at disadvantage
Oh,
for
fuck
every
that
knife
roll.
that you add.
So there's 3. Ooh, natural 1.
You go to add in one of the daggers from the inside of your jacket, and as you go to like throw the other kukri, you realize it doesn't release from your hand. You like look down at your hand and it's sunk in there.
How many points of damage?
Ow.
I'll let you roll your own damage for your kukri
Hell
against
yeah.
yourself.
Is it just the dice, or am I adding my dex mod?
No, it was in the air when it landed on you, so it's just damage dice.
If you roll high enough, you'll lose
Ooh.
a finger.
4. Okay, that could have been worse. I started out with a 3, and I was like, that's not good. Ow. You know, it doesn't hurt nearly as bad as I would have thought.
You are very drunk. You're very drunk. Drunk.
Just gonna. You can see through my hand now. That's not the.
I will summon up a healing spirit. It's fucking lazy little tentacles just.
Okay, that's a lot better. I really want to try again, but I probably shouldn't, so I'm gonna not.
Well, I guess it's good news that our dwarven buddies are going to be going home. Didn't you guys live in Corona Gate or
Peak.
Peak? Yeah, that's it. The other one's Corona Gate, and it's a different place. And Corona Peak, right?
Yeah, that.
It's both K words.
Hi, we lived in the peak. It'll be good to be home for a time.
It will be. You're drunk as shit, Artyom.
I am. I am very drunk.
Well,
Is there anything anybody else would like to be doing for the night?
At some point, I just hope that Milo wakes up with other people in the main eating cabin, just cheering Bill on with a constant chant of Bill, Bill, Bill.
Bill, Bill, Bill.
That's it.
Milo, when you do, and let anybody else for tonight?
The only other thing is, when it comes to the sleeping time,
Mhm.
Ganone's gonna go to his door and stop. And he's gonna turn around and go sleep on the deck.
Okay.
You gonna sleep with Bill in the garden?
Nope, just
Snuggled up?
passed out on the deck, probably by one of the railings. Probably try to stay awake on the railing for a bit and just kind of.
It's cool.
Good. That's nice. Little easy access. Outside of
Ew.
the. Yeah,
Oh shit.
gotta do what you gotta do.
That's why I got it.
When I go to bed, I'll make sure to take good care of Gandolin. While he's out there on the top of the ship, I'll make sure to cover him up with my nice bedroll.
Wait,
The what?
Nice soggy bedroll.
Before Kasha goes to bed, she does want to pull her Gorham aside. And she's also pretty drunk. Gorham, I want you to know something, alright? I am 100% behind you at this point. Our main focus needs to be finding Neutral. She's gonna get real somber. The fear that he has instilled in me has a grip on me, like a hand around my throat. And I think as soon as I'm free from that grip, I'll be free to do anything I want to do. And what I want to do is save the world. I'm going to save the world. That's all she's going to say.
Alright, Lashley. You're also 100% wasted, so come on. You need to get to bed.
I'm not
Don't get
wasted,
either.
you're wasted.
You're wasted. We'll get
I thought he was gonna be wasted. He was gonna be wasted. We're gonna waste him. I'm gonna just kind of collapse in my bed, go to sleep. Kashik hasn't drank this much in a really long time.
At least 3 weeks.
At least 3 weeks.
You all bed down after a good night of drinking for the most of you. Milo, your drone wakes you up with a on the side of the head, waking you.
Time to get to work. I will be sending the drone to make some coffee. Here's a hint though. The drone is not good at making coffee because it has never done it before, so it is probably terrible. Oh,
Couple of grounds in there. Not terrible.
not terrible.
It's
Good
not great,
job.
You're
but it's not
chewing your
terrible.
coffee.
Yeah.
We're going to
Not this time.
go ahead and start laying out many much blueprints and equipment and getting my day started early.
What are you going to be working on?
He's going to be drafting and laying out blueprints for a revised version of his armor.
Okay.
And it's going to be, he's taking a much more organized approach, less of his chaotic everything stuck to the walls that he's had before. It's a little bit more calculating, a little bit more organized and structured.
All right.
Milo 2.0.
Milo, at one point when you're working, you take your gloves off, sort of use them to wipe your forehead with sweat. It's hot in here. I mean, you have, everything, all of your other different experiments going on. You look down at your hand, and you hear something fall onto the floor. Bing, 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 bing. You look down at the ground, and you see a little piece of iron that used to rest on your index finger.
What?
The iron nail that had grown on your index finger has fallen off and is now laying on the ground.
Oh, so it wasn't just turning gray, it was turning to metal.
Correct.
And I now have no nail, or it is replaced by a normal nail.
There is no nail there currently.
It's probably a long moment and a pause in whatever tune he was humming while he was setting up whatever tools at that time. And just bend down, set it on his workbench, and look at it for probably an uncomfortable period of time.
Roll a perception check for me.
Raj. Ooh, okay, that'll be a 25.
Very nice.
19 plus 6.
Sort of staring at this nail. Stopped humming now. It's a little bit more quiet. Sort of like right outside of your door you hear. It grows quieter.
I heard he's skittering past my door.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like gesture towards the drone to take a look while I go to grab the bolter.
Okay. You grab the bolter. Jones peeking outside of the door to look around.
Yeah, it has
Okay.
dark vision, I
Yeah.
think.
Roll a quick perception check for me.
Sounds like we about to be crossing a bridge, Milo.
I was making sure it had dark vision before I rolled that perception check. That is a nat 20 plus 4.
Doesn't say anything.
That's worse.
Maybe Mop just got real stealthy.
Probably a few more hesitant attempts at starting the humming again while getting to work. But gonna push that door shut and keep the bolter close.
You go to grab the door and pull it shut. Behind you, under your desk.
Whirl around, bolter up, shouldered.
Make a perception check for me.
Ah, all these high rolls I was having have met their end. That is an 11.
Don't see anything.
Heavy breathing.
Who's there?
Kind of like looking around. Take a step back towards the door.
You hear the door behind you. Your drone sort of clicking on the door frame, looking around, crawls back in or flies back in beside you, resting on your shoulder. You have your bolter up, looking in this area. And you have your door close behind you.
Will, I guess, take a step to get his back to a corner.
Okay.
Openly breathing heavy at this point, just trying to look around.
Sit there. 30 seconds. Minute. 2 minutes. Nothing.
Send the drone to peek under workbenches and tables and stuff while he keeps looking between the door and the other side of the room where he heard the second scuttling.
Roll a perception check for me.
For me and the drone, or just for Milo?
Whoever's looking, you can give me one with advantage, and we'll call that you and the drone.
Jesus Christ. Another 11.
Nothing.
It was a 5 and a 1. In those minute or two, there was no more scuttling sounds or whatever?
Nope.
Probably stay unmoving for another minute. Then I'll come to the conclusion that the events of the last few days have really started to affect him. And he is going to go. Use another use of his magical tinkering to set one of his, like, devices to play kind of like a tune of something, whatever he was listening to before while he was working, and hesitantly, distractedly try and get back to work.
Okay. You sit there uneasy for a little bit, but start to work. It brings us to the next morning, eventually, where everybody else wakes up, however late in the day that may be. Some earlier than others, some hurting more than others, but as always, there is a nice bit of coffee and a good breakfast and hangover candles to assist. And the day is yours.
Item I wish was real.
Why the fuck is this blanket wet?
Wake up.
Tots.
Oh, yeah. Get this a nice blanket.
No, this is terrible.
Yeah, you were sleeping in a wet spot last night. Probably. Yeah, you know what? Imagine something like that just smells fucking awful.
Just
just
vaguely moldy. Like,
you're right,
Stinky.
like you pulled it out of a crawl space in a boat.
oh god, that is terrible. Glare. I'm going to go eat something. Fuck your blanket.
I'm gonna roll something real quick.
Okay.
Too hot.
When Kashik wakes up, she don't feel that bad. So she's just gonna, hell yeah, she's gonna sit and meditate, prepare her spells for the day with a new one thrown in there.
All right. You guys are, most of you, some of you got the last little bit of the journey waking up as early as you did, but Nilbo decided to sail throughout the night and get to Zarashok as early as possible. So you guys wake at the docks of Zarashok, this familiar sight of the rickety town on just connected by bridges and different trees in the swamp right here on the edge. Fairly busy, people back and forth. Those same large chitinous insects making their way through the swamp itself. So, but the day is yours. Nilbo is wrapping up business currently in town.
All right. Well, this is about as far as north is, or as far as south as I'm going to be traveling for the next few days, or however long it's going to be. So I'll travel as much as I can while I have daylight. I will eat a extra hearty breakfast. And does Erish have any more message candles?
Let's see real quick.
Candle. Can you candle?
He's able to make one more for you.
Okay. I didn't know if he had made any in the past 3 weeks or so. Okay. All right. I will keep this with me, and I will leave Beric here.
All right. Take no chances. Just straight there. Watch out for any weird shit, I guess. Cause it,
I will be fine.
You may-
Even if there is great danger, I will be fine. This is my element. In the wilderness, I am fine. It's only when we have to start dealing with a bunch of people that things go to shit. Anyway, I'll hand Beric over to Melgrim. I'm like, okay, you'll just stay with Melgrim. And Melgrim, if Beric disappears, you'll know that I have run afoul of something. Okay? To expect a message sometime. Or I just really need Beric for something, and you should be alarmed and expect a message sometime soon.
Aye. Okay.
But
Sure.
just I don't know, leave him in your beard or something to where he'll just hang out in there or something. Literally hang out in there.
if I recall, somewhere in that northwest area, there's. If you happen to see that Mordain guy, apparently he may know things about Zoriat. So I don't know where he is up there, but northwest of Droam was all we were
Didn't
told.
say that he was super dangerous or something like that.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
he could
I'm
be
not
helpful
going
at the
to-
same time. I don't know.
You know what? I'll keep.
Or
an
just
eye
like
out.
if you see where he is, like make a note of it, and we'll come back as a group later.
Right.
and talk to him.
I will. If I notice it, I'll see like a tree nearby and be like,
Good idea.
I'll keep an eye on that
Yeah.
and come back to
Yeah.
there. But I'm.
There we go.
I'll just keep an eye on this guy. I don't
Sure,
know.
sure.
Okay. Well, you guys don't get shut down, and
That would suck.
yeah. Okay. I'll say bye to Bill again. Don't worry, we'll have plenty of time to hang out and not be on leadership soon. Maybe.
Blech. He says with his long cup still attached to his hand, laying out in the garden.
Long
I'm
cut.
just gonna pick up like a half handful of dirt and throw it at his head before leaving.
Yeah, what the fuck?
then I will just call out to whoever else isn't on the deck or anything like that. Like, okay, I'll see you in Moonwatch. Peace out.
Okay.
A fart on the wind.
Like a fart on the wind, indeed.
Probably at some point while they're eating, if Milo hears other people up and about, he'll send the drone scuttling into the kitchen to grab him some breakfast.
Yeah, absolutely. Ayers is probably cooking before most others wake up.
They'll just be eating and just breakfast.
Got like a little tray on its back, rattling along.
Yes, perfect. I love it.
If the drone runs by Kashik while she's up there eating, she's gonna slip one of her pancakes onto the tray. Send him a pancake.
Passes close to any of the others. Just good morning.
Give me a quick acrobatics check, Kashik.
Just
Acrobatics.
To frisbee a pancake onto the drone as it scuttles by.
She's gonna drop it onto him.
Well, it's like
Try, I
frisbee
guess.
golf, but onto a moving target.
you say like a tray for food, but I'm just imagining it's
Nat
like
20.
a tray,
Sick.
just like 8 cups of coffee on it.
Oh, I gotta show you.
No food, just
oh.
coffee.
I don't wanna move my camera. Oh, man.
Ken, what's the name of the spell you're using?
Windwalk, I
Wind-
believe.
I believe.
Yeah, Windwalk.
Okay.
Boy, zooming. Almost like you're on the highway, but just in the air.
It's a very
Okay.
highway.
The very highway. The super highway.
Okay.
Heard that life is a highway.
The great Bod did say that once. Yes.
What was his name, Harish?
I do not remember. He's a part of a group of bards.
Oh,
Or
sounds awesome.
rapscallion flat tops or something of the sort. However, I do need to see Rosie and Ted. They helped me out tremendously with Mo while in your absence. So I'll be back shortly.
All right,
He-
bye.
Takes Mop and heads into the
Okay, I was
city.
about to say, where is Mop? And he's like, okay, so there. All right, sick.
Correct.
No children in hazardous working areas. Good.
So you guys have a little bit of time in Zarshak if there's anything that you would like to do here. If not, our team, you take off. It's going to be a trip for you, my boy. You're moving at 68 miles per hour.
I didn't do the calculations.
That's what we
So
decided.
I had it's 68 miles an hour.
Yeah. We're going to round that up to 69.
Hey.
That's not how you win.
What? All right.
Pretty fucking fast. Jesus.
Yeah.
Speedy belly.
I need to look at a map key real quick while I do, if there's anything else anybody would like to be doing this morning, go for it.
I want to go through Zarashak and see if they have any like interesting paints like that are unique.
Okay. Give me
Unique.
an investigation check real quick.
Hell yeah, that's not negative actually. I have proficiency. 15. That's pretty good.
Yeah, you actually, with a 15, I'll say you're sort of walking through and you find some paints in a shop with someone who looks like they've used like carapaces of like swamp beetles or something and made like an iridescent green, like iridescent greens, blues, and yellows. It gives this unique like multicolored hue. If you move it in the light, it sort of like gives you a different yellow or red depending, or green to blue effect depending on how you hold it.
Oh, I want those.
Okay.
That is fucking cool. How much?
How much you looking to buy?
Just like a little bit of each. You know, like a little maybe pull out one of my little jars of paint. Just like maybe like this much of each, maybe. If you have that much.
Yeah, we can do that. Even if just one of each.
Yeah. I can only carry so much, you know.
Okay. 3 silver apiece.
3 silver. How many colors are there?
There's 2 colors. He has yellow to
Oh,
red
it's
and
just
green
2
to blue.
colors?
Yeah.
Oh, yellow and red, yellow/red and green to blue. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Sure, I'll pay 6 silver for that. Where's my fucking money? I'm kind of broke. On that broke boy shit. All right. All right. So I lose a gold piece, and I keep 4 silver.
What does the group ledger look like? You've got that, right, Gandalf, when you take care of the group's money.
I
How
do.
much money we
I
got?
got the money. Yeet.
Caution needs to go shopping.
2,335 gold pieces is what we got for party funds. So.
Well. It's about to be significantly less. Time for Koshik to go shopping.
Say, are we still in port around noon?
So. Okay.
One at a time here. So we'll paints, then Koshik, and then Milo.
Yeah, I'm just sorry. One more time on those colors. That was what?
It's like a red to yellow changes with the sun, like a red to yellow iridescent, and then a green to blue iridescent.
Perfect.
Okay. Koshik?
Milo can go first.
Oh, Milo? What was your question?
He was asking if they were still in port around noon.
You guys, several of you didn't wake up until about 10, and he sailed through the night to get here. So yeah, I'll say it, about 2 hours worth of business. That seems reasonable.
It's probably when Milo realizes that they are in port because he has not left his workshop since he started working. And popping out to get lunch is when he's like,
Oh, okay. Excellent.
and we'll go see if he can find any odds and ends he would need to complete his project. I know he has all those like raw materials, but like any little specialty parts or whatever.
Zarashok is not really the place for that. Not for what you're looking for. There's a port here, but probably not going to have many things to build. I'll give you a check if you're looking for something specific, but just sort of out and about raw materials, probably not Milo's place here.
Gotcha. I mean, just kind of a thing to do in town, like any like chemical washes or springs or whatever he might need. I don't have anything specific in mind.
Gotcha.
Just a raw dice roll or what?
You can give me an investigation check if you have something specific in mind.
I don't. I guess he would just go bopping around to see if there's anything in particular that
He's like, oh yeah, that'll be useful.
Okay.
On a raw roll would be an 18. If it's investigation, it'll be a 26.
Gotcha. You do a pretty thorough once over. You don't really find too much of what you're looking for. There's a lot of like survival gear here, from the various shops. Shipments coming in seem to be a lot of food. Apparently they've been having a struggle, and if you're asking around with that investigation check, they've been having some trouble with crops and what have you growing. A lot of pest problems recently. Hoping for that to change. So
He gets any word about the pest problems, with their recent encounter, he'll probably ask more about that.
Pest problems?
Yeah.
What kind of pest problems? What's been going on?
Root beetles, bad, but just big root beetles recently.
Big root beetles, huh?
Hmm.
Okay. Any samples?
What you talking about?
Like, when the farmers they kill the beetles, maybe have the corpses or something?
Just to keep a beetle? Probably not.
Worth asking.
Okay.
He's not going super far out of his way to try and grab one.
Right. Koshik?
Oh, it's my turn. Okay. So, what I'd like to do is, I'm going to approach Gorham before I go anywhere, and I'm going to say, "Good morning. So, in order for the spell to work, I'm going to need to find a relatively expensive mirror or like a crystal ball, something along those lines. So I do need to go shopping, see if there's anything around. Would you mind accompanying me?"
Sure. Gorham will follow her to wherever.
All right, sick. And let me, one more time before we go, I do want to go talk to Crowley real quick. Crowley? Is he in his room?
Enter.
I enter.
Crowley's just writing on parchment, like just 3 different pieces of parchment, and he quickly folds them up. How can I help you, Koshik?
I need some advice. I know you're not like the authority on the group's funds, but I need to take a significant amount of money for something very important. Do you think that that's going to be okay?
Is this importance the difference between life and death?
It's to find Edril.
Well, that takes care of, I'd say, 3 of the party. Any other way you can spin it? It will save us time.
I could also find other people with it in the future.
So you're saying this will save us a grievous amount of time, is what you're saying to me.
Are you familiar with this spell? It's scrying. Are you familiar with the concept of scrying?
I am indeed. I'm
Okay,
sure
exactly.
Yandalin will be more than happy. I see nothing wrong here. We will replenish the funds as we will. Just make a note of how much you withdraw. Actually, just bring us a receipt.
I am going to go find Gandalin. I am going to pick him up by his ankles and shake the money out of his pockets.
I don't have the money's in the bag.
I'm joking. I just wanted the visual there.
I've got like.
I'm not even gonna ask Gandalin. I'm just gonna shake his lunch money. Hold him over a trash can.
It'll remind him of home.
We at Hard on Dice don't condone bullying in any way, shape, or form.
Except when it's your friends, apparently.
Not even then.
I thought that's what friendship was.
You're muted.
Oh, me and Gorm are going shopping, and fingers crossed that we can find something along the lines of what I need. It needs to be an item worth 100 gold. Or, sorry, not 100, 1,000 gold pieces.
Okay, what are you looking for?
A fancy, we'll say, either like a fancy mirror, or like a big, what I would like to find is like a big, like, crystal ball, but instead of being like clear crystal, like crystal balls are, like an obsidian, like a black crystal. I think that'd be really fucking cool.
Really cool. Really specific.
Yeah.
But absolutely. My assumption is that this is for a scrying spell, correct?
Yeah, that's the one.
Wonderful. Excuse me while I look back through my notes real quick to see if I have something that would maybe save you some time and or money.
Another example is I don't know what a font is, a font filled with holy water. I think it'd be cool if it was a font, whatever the hell that is. I think it's like a
fancy bowl.
Fancy container, right? I don't think it's a bowl. I think it's like a fancy, like, pretty, like, crystal container maybe or something. I think it'd be cool if it was a fancy font filled with blood, but that's just
a font is like a fountain.
That's disgusting.
Whose blood?
Fountain. Let's fucking go. Mine.
Still fucking gross.
But let's not go with that, since I didn't realize it was a fountain. I thought it was just like a cool, like, vial or something.
Here we go. A font is a receptacle in a church for the water used in baptism, typically a
So it is
freestanding
a
stone
bowl.
structure.
It's a
That
bathtub.
could be a lot bigger.
Big bowl.
Ju-
I don't want to
Just
spill
in-
my blood, so.
Just in case you are wanting to know, we did buy one of these crystal balls while we were in Sharn.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, but I have it with me.
Oh, you. Well, I guess I could wait to do it until you come back. I mean, if I know that we have one, it's not necessary for me to go shopping.
You would know that you have one. Yeah. That's.
Okay, well then. Nick's all the cool, fun stuff.
You could still buy your
I mean,
own.
you can still get your own
robbing
crystal
and-
ball.
I don't take 1,000 gold from the group if we have a crystal ball, you know.
2 are always better than 1.
Oh, you said one of them could be a mirror.
Yeah, it can be a mirror as well.
You'll know that Gandalf purchased about 1,000 gold mirror in Vrelkek as well.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. If I don't know that I don't know. If
Y'all
I'm
don't
gonna
know y'all don't know what's gonna happen if you look at it.
I don't know if Gandalf will let me use that mirror. Okay, well I know we have 2 things, so I'm not gonna go shopping for it. I'm just gonna tell Gorm, like, sorry, Crowley. Actually, Crowley, I just remembered we already have one, so don't worry about me taking the money. And Gorm, we're not.
Are you sure you don't wish to have a second one in situations where the party is split like this?
Apparently, we've got 2 things. I remembered. We've got the crystal ball that Artyom has. We've got I'm looking at Ian.
Oh.
Ian's got a mirror.
Who is Ian?
Hello.
I was.
Nebulous
Right?
boy.
Well,
When Ian.
oh shit, settle down. Why don't you ask Gandalf if you can borrow his mirror, and if not, go get yourself your own. I think that is reasonable.
Gandalf, where are you? Gandalf!
I'm shopping.
Well, I'm walking through the market. Gandalf!
Give me an investigation check.
I imagine there's just like
Well,
scores of orcs just like fucking tourists.
It's an investigation. Oh, that's a +0, my boy. Here we go.
She left my door open, so I just hear Gandalf.
10. So I'm gonna send him a message. I'm gonna use sending and say, Gandalf, where are you right now?
I don't know. I'm wherever I would be if I was looking for somewhere that may sell things that I could use in those hypodermic arrows.
The name of the shop above
So,
your head.
like,
Walk in the door.
poisons or something. I'm looking for liquids that can go in needles.
Gandalf,
Bath works. Let's go.
you'll know that you're sort of in a central commerce area in Koshig. You could
Yep.
easily follow where most of these
market.
like rowboats that are traveling under these bridges to, and follow them into a central
shit.
area.
It's
And
like Venice style,
yeah, pretty like
but like swamp Venice.
swamp Venice. Yeah, like it's
swamp Venice.
there.
Sick.
These buildings are like at angles and
Are they
stuff.
out here singing as they pole along?
No. And if you get too
No.
close to them, they go on the other side of the river from you.
Screeching.
Oh, that's racist.
They're
They don't-
screeching as they go. They go. Ah! Is Gorm with me? Did Gorm come with me?
Sure.
You guys make your way into the central area, easily enough find Gandalf pondering over some vials that are handed in front of you, Gandalf.
Cool.
And y'all
I
can speak.
legitimately am looking to purchase things, so if they're, I am looking to buy things.
Gandalf.
Yep. Yes.
I recall you recently purchased a relatively expensive mirror. Would you mind if I borrowed it?
For what?
For spying on Hedro.
Would this require looking in the mirror?
The spell doesn't specify, but I presume.
I would say that is a really bad idea.
What?
Yep. Bad idea.
There's something on my face.
Nope. Nope. It's the mirror.
What do you mean?
Give me a minute. I don't think this should be, talked about out in public, probably.
All right. DM,
Yes.
God, would I just be able to flip the mirror over and just look in the back of it? The shiny reflection in the back of the mirror?
It takes a force of will to do what Ganowin specifies. Casting the spell is all you'd be doing. Ganowin has not specified anything, but if you guys would like
know
to,
how it works.
right? It takes a
Right.
force of will to do so.
I don't know how that works. I just know that I looked in the mirror and I almost died a few times, or I had like my soul ripped out. I don't know.
Well, I guess I will. Is that after Gandalf explains to me what happened? Would I know that it wouldn't happen if I cast the spell, or would I not know that? Do I need to roll an Arcana check or something?
Well, I think just so I know what is conveyed, that you and Ganowin should have this conversation about what the mirror does or does not do.
Should we go back to the boat and wait on you then? Or the
Oh
ship?
yeah, sure. I just want to buy some things to put in my arrows, so that because they're fucking cool, and if I could get like a truth poison thing, or like added poisons in general. I don't know. I'm trying to keep my options open.
Is there something like that I could put on my dagger? I think that'd be very
What?
cool.
I mean, you could put poisons and stuff on your dagger, but like I have these arrows, and I pull out one of the hypodermic
Right,
arrows,
right.
and I'm like, I can put them in the arrow, and then yeah. I also have. Oh, I don't know if I ever purchased one. I thought I did. Did I purchase a blowgun?
Yes, you did.
I did. Okay. Yeah, I have a blow, and I can just launch it through the blowgun.
Well, I don't think it would hurt for us to stay in shop with you instead of going back and waiting. Would you
Sure,
mind the
hey.
company?
Yeah, I don't care.
Right, perfect. Gorm, is that alright with you? Well, honestly, if you want to go back to the boat, we can go back. It's up to you.
No, I can wait.
Alright, perfect. Let's go shopping with Gandalf.
Woo!
As you say this, this sort of hunched over shopkeep in a dark cloak comes around the corner where you guys had sort of hidden. He says, "Give those back. You gotta pay for those first."
I was having a conversation real quick.
No, you have conversation and you can't take it over here. Bring it back.
Alright, fine. I'm coming.
My apologies. I'm so sorry. That's all my fault.
Ah!
Can we roll a persuasion check? Tell him to calm the fuck down, but nicely.
Sure. Roll a
I wanna know
persuasion check.
what's he got?
Intimidation check.
Fucking bastard.
I was just kidding about the intimidation. It's persuasion, so it's 13 plus 7, so a total of 21.
He squawks at you a little less loudly.
Hell yeah.
Ah.
Hell yeah.
Come back.
Yeah.
What?
What you got?
Hey, what's on your hands? What are you looking for? I have other stuff as well.
I things that pull out a hypodermic arrow. Things that can go in this thing.
Water.
Things that they would like to shoot other things with that can go in this arrow.
Hydrating arrow. Water.
You're being very not helpful right now. You have anything else, like any weird concoctions or things from poisonous beasts?
Yeah, I'm gonna lean in
Or-
and say, I think he's looking for something a little more lethal.
No, not trying to
or-
Wiggle my
hydrate.
eyebrows a little bit.
Or helpful, I guess,
Or
if there's
helpful.
something helpful. Like if I could shoot one of my friends with it and they go, ah!
I think if you shoot your friends with it, they will say, ah, regardless.
I mean,
He's not wrong.
well, yes, but a positive note.
Ah.
Yeah. Oh, that stings a
hydration.
little because it stings a little, but at the same time, also good stuff.
Let's see what I got here.
Good shit. Have you heard of bleach?
No fucking shot.
What about gasoline? Does gasoline exist?
What the fuck is gasoline?
Gasoline doesn't exist. Got it.
Oh my
What the
god.
fuck is gasoline? Is it a liquor?
Sure, something like that. Oh, maybe we could put liquor in it and light it on fire, and like a Molotov cocktail, but an arrow.
But that would make the vial explode. Maybe that would be bad.
Not if you time it right.
If you inject someone with Molotov cocktail, turn them into
sounds
a
terrible.
Molotov
And then
cocktail.
set them on fire.
And now I'm on fucking fire.
Okay.
It occurs to me that poisons may be very expensive, so this may not be very good.
Don't
what,
look at all the party's money. It's fine.
what's he got, Dungeon Master?
He holds up this one liquid, sort of golden in appearance, almost with like
Oh,
little
shit.
white flecks going through it. Poke someone this. They'll be less inclined to tell lies.
Oh, that sounds perfect.
He tucks
Awesome.
it back in his coat.
Is
Goes into
this-
his
is this-
coat.
Do I have like? Is this like a deal? Like he opened his jacket and he's got the poison. Like
Correct.
Is this not a shop?
He's
Oh
well,
my
he's
God.
he's got like 2 poles and a little like awning over him, and he's got like
No.
not even a full, like he's got like a stool in front of him. It's not like a full table.
Oh God. Okay. So we got a truth-telling serum or whatever. Okay.
I got pulls it out. This one, and he pulls it out, and it's like a dark blue, and like almost like streaks of black that shoot towards the bottom in it.
Holy shit.
This one, no immediate effects. Will come late in the night. Stop someone's heart.
Holy fuck.
This one. Sorry, I'm reading.
Yeah, you're good.
He pulls this out, and it's like a bright, almost lime green that shifts to a yellow color after a little bit, and then just like fades back in. Just this one. Hit someone that's not hardy with it. Knock him out for hours on end. Shoves it back in his
Also
jacket.
Very useful.
Can I ask a question real quick?
Yes. What's up?
Sorry. How much space is in the arrows? Like how big of an amount of liquid do you put into the arrows?
You could put a potion of standard size in there.
So it'd be like a dose of this. So it would be filled up by it. Like I would use the entirety of each of these vials per arrow. It's like
Gotcha.
one dose.
Kasha had a funky idea, and she's gonna present it to Gandalf a little bit later when we're walking out of the shop. But for now, we'll let Gandalf carry
Shop.
on.
Air quotes. Big
Shop.
air quotes on shop.
So just be ready.
Okay. Is that what
So-
we're working with? So we got a true serum, we got a heart stopping poison, and a get knocked the fuck out poison.
You have, so you're able to look them up with some decent rolls. You get truth serum, or able to purchase truth serum, torpor, and midnight tears.
I'm not familiar with the midnight tears thing.
How much?
Holy Jesus!
How much are these? Shopkeep.
Depends on which one. Which one?
Each and all.
Each of them.
He looks over his stool at each of you and what you're wearing.
Yeah, I'm looking real slick.
Yeah, but you got Kaushik and Gorham there too.
Yeah, dude, I got the backup, which means he's gonna drive up the price. Fuck.
I was drinking on that. I look kind
Why do
of.
y'all look so much wealthier than I do? God damn it.
Gorm's small. We
Guarantee
can't
you're
see him that
wealthier
well.
than Milo.
I don't know, Chief. It'll probably be a close race.
Milo got 3 gold, 7 silver.
Okay, I actually do have more money than you.
I think I have like 8 gold total
Barely.
personal money.
Worm is also that broke.
Oh fuck, we are broke as shit. Guys, we gotta do something for some money.
Oh, I was wrong. It's a little more than 8 gold, my
Guys,
bad.
we gotta do a job. We gotta go back to Barathas' shit since she's dead.
Yeah.
Fucking take whatever else is in her hoard.
We the saviors of the world, but we
Honestly.
about to host a bake sale.
Fucking for real. Jesus, charity drive for Shining Vanguard. God damn.
He says, well, I got 4 of... And he, like, breaks one of the golden ones that splashes a bystander. He says,
Wait, which
got-
one's that one?
I got 3 of
That's
these.
The truth.
The
serum.
truth serum.
Okay. Whew.
Oh shit.
These
Okay,
are-
3 of these.
200 apiece.
200 what?
That's really 200 what?
Gold.
200 copper. Ah shit. Okay. All right. So 200 copper a piece for the true serum. What about the other ones?
Gold.
Okay. Sure. Yes.
Reaches
Yes, it's
back
very
in.
golden color, and that is very gold. Yes, 200 copper. Okay, carry on.
Pulls out another one. The yellow and lime green. The torpor.
The torpor.
Yes. 700 gold.
Oh, fuck me, bro. Come on, man.
This. I got 1 of.
Right.
This is the Midnight Tears.
Okay.
1750.
Oh shit.
17 gold and 50 cents.
Holy fick.
I don't know what a cent is.
It's a copper. See, copper.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, how many of the torpor did you say? Did you just have 1 of the torpor as well? There were 3 truth, and then
3
only 1 of the
truths.
midnight tears.
He's got 3 truths and 2 torpor.
3 truths and 2 torpor, 1 midnight tears.
Right.
Holy fucking god.
I don't think we need the truth ones, right? Because we've
they-
got someone who can. Gordon, right? You can do it? Yeah.
Right, but if we were in how we were at like that ball,
You're
and if I could kind of
gonna
Um,
shoot. Oh, dark.
like,
Yeah, but when they
float.
feel it,
Yeah.
when they feel it.
I have it on good faith that I could hit somebody with this and they might not notice.
It does require a check. Remember
And
that.
you said it required a sleight of hand check.
All
if I
right.
recall.
Okay. All right.
I could do it. Like, so that could be useful. Also, I'm just like, I'm just gonna. Hey, if you give us a bit, if you get like earmuffs, we're gonna have a little huddle here. Discussion of finances, very personal.
Here, what? Oh, I'm very interested in your finances.
I know, but I am interested in this. Is we have like, come on, man.
I'm gonna be honest
Black
with you,
here.
sir. Between us, we've got about 15 gold, so.
What?
I'm gonna have to
Koshik,
figure
what the
that out.
fuck?
Well, move along then.
I'm joking.
Wait
I'm
a
joking,
second.
I'm joking.
Wait, group huddle. Yeah, I can't afford even one of these things by myself. I have about like 53 gold on me.
I have 80
Where's the-
personally.
Shit. So we got about like 2,300 gold. As this, quite frankly, this isn't gonna be this. I feel like I don't think we're really trying to assassinate anybody on the down low. So
Right,
while the
right.
midnight tears thing really cool,
Mhm,
has a lot of money that we don't have right now.
Right.
Knocking people out and maybe forcing people to tell the truth when we may be able to do it without having to cast a spell, those could be pretty useful.
Right.
What do we think?
I think that's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money. That's why it's like I don't know if we should get maybe just like one of the truth things or if we should get them at all. It's just a thing that we could have as a strategy in our back pocket if we've got.
Maybe we could shop around. Maybe we could find somewhere later on down the road. Maybe the holds or anything. They'll sell something like that. Maybe a little bit cheaper.
We've got a lot of poisons over there in the holds, Quorum.
Make poison. I can make poison.
But do you have the
Again,
It won't be specific
yeah,
poison. It'll be
yeah.
poison though.
You ought to know I don't deal in these sorts of things, so
Right.
That's
if
my
there
point.
were,
That's,
I would know.
yeah,
I'm
we're
sure
kind
someone
of
in the
like
box
we
does.
kind of don't know. I don't know how it's underground. Are there a lot of poisonous animals underground? I'm not sure.
We could milk a snake, right?
How do you make these things?
Milk a snake for its venom.
Are there snakes underground?
There's snakes everywhere, Ganon. What are you talking about?
Like
There's a
in the
snake right
mountain?
there.
I
Points
don't
by
know.
his feet.
This is a swamp. Of course there are snakes here.
There's snakes everywhere. Just grab a snake from the swamp.
But
We'll
do the
figure it
snakes
out.
make people tell the truth? I don't know these
Maybe.
things. Where is
We'll find
Artyom when
out.
I need him? God damn it.
Ah,
You just need to take the snake and lengthen it into an arrow and then shoot it.
only 2 marks.
I don't fucking know. This shit's really expensive. It could be useful, but I don't know.
Very expensive. God,
It's
I
a
don't
little bit much.
If it's too much, then I'm not gonna push the matter. I just thought it might be useful if we're in another one of those like where we can't be in their face kind of situations.
But then again, I've never bought poison, so I don't know.
Me
what the
neither.
base
I
price
don't
is.
know. I've been way too poor my entire life to be able to purchase poisons. I have no idea how much they're supposed to be worth.
yeah, I've never really considered poisoning somebody, so.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so I will put it on hold, I guess, for now. If we are able to
Right.
find something maybe a little more reasonably priced, I guess.
Right. That's so expensive. God,
I-
it's expensive. Why is it so
Hey, wait,
expensive, sir?
how-
Why do you
who's
charge
it-
so much?
We negotiate him down. Maybe just feeling really good at talking. I'm not very good at talking.
I got it. How
Drop
many?
you gotta
gold
give
did-
him
how,
yeah.
which one do you want? What do you want? I'll go for it. What do
See
you
if you
want?
could just get him to bring his prices down a little bit, just
All the
across the
prices?
board,
Ah, okay.
or maybe specifically, I guess the truth ones are cheaper, so
We'll try the truth.
those a little farther down. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right.
good
So,
idea.
how much did you say it was for the truth serums?
200.
Could you do 150?
Someone could do 150, I'm sure. But why?
They don't have a whole lot of money.
Don't tell him, but that's what fucking broke.
I didn't say we were broke, Gandalf. I said we don't have a whole lot of money.
You said you had 15 gold.
It was a joke.
Roll
I'll
a,
pull out 150 gold and show him right now. I have 150 gold. Would you take 150?
roll a persuasion check.
What is my persuasion? Oh, no, that's persuasion. Okay, persuasion's not bad. +7. So let's see. Beep beep. Ah, nat 20. I'll
Natural
take a picture
20.
and show you right now.
I believe
Nat 20
you.
+7, so 27. No, I'm gonna take a
Okay.
picture. I'm very excited about it. Bing bong.
Bing
This is my
bong.
second nat 20.
She just told this dead. He's
I
dead.
didn't pull it down. That's not the told the dead noise.
She killed him.
You see his eyebrow raise when you shove the gold in his face, and when you say that, he grabs the gold out of your hand and places a truth serum poison in your hand into the same pocket. You just hear it jingle around the glass and coin. If someone hits this man hard enough in his side, he'll not have a good day.
That's a lot of loss of profit.
Put my hand up and get ready to smack him and say, give me another one. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna hand this again to one.
You can see Gandalf punching him right in the vial where the truth price is supposed to be at. Are these good prices?
Yeah. If she hands me one, I'll pocket the truth serum.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Deduct 150 gold from the party funds.
Oh God.
I can't do. And how much did you say for the one that knocks people out? I can't remember what it's called.
It's a topo. That one's 700.
Heaven.
Jesus Christ.
Well, that one's a little bit tougher. I don't think we're gonna be able to do that one, Gondolin.
Hey. Like I said, just if we can, whatever we can get that's useful. I don't
Hey.
know.
For you, 650.
Could you go like a little lower? I mean, who all out here is really out here buying all this stuff? I mean,
I have a fan base.
you do.
Mhm.
Then why
Well,
don't
you
you have
do.
a better shop?
Oh, Gondolin, no.
What? Am I wrong?
Rude.
I'm gonna go talk to her now. I like her more.
Yeah, fuck you.
650.
650 might be a bit. Can I propose a trade?
What you got?
How much do you think this is worth? And I'm gonna pull out my old scale mail armor, plop it down on the thing. pretty much all I got.
Give me a second.
I don't need that scale mail.
That'll knock 25 gold off of it. 625.
Hmm. 1 second. I'm gonna dig through the bag of holding.
I give you the blue one for that.
What?
He says, I'll give you the blue one for that, looking at your bag of holding.
Oh, no, I need this, unfortunately. Got a lot of stuff in here. Pat's bag.
I was about to say he would give it give it just for the fucking scale, man. I was like, what a deal. Holy shit. He likes the shiny.
That's all I've got. Gandalf, do you have anything you're willing to give him?
Nope. Not really.
Into your pockets. You got a button or anything in there?
What's a button? No, not really.
I'm gonna pick Gandalf up by his ankles again and start shaking him over the trash can.
What the fuck?
See what falls out.
I don't got much. I've got a bunch of fucking daggers, but I need those. Those aren't really worth enough to make a fucking difference.
You shake him and just knives start clattering.
You clink, clink, clink,
Ting,
clink,
ting,
clink,
ting,
clink.
ting.
And that is an intimidation check. No. He's 625, Gandalf. That's the lowest he's willing to go. I think.
Dude, look.
Don't-
This is not like
don't
imperative for
with
me.
Is it something? Okay, if it's not something that you
It's
desperately
not
want.
like it's not imperative. I was just going to see what I could find.
All right.
It's
All right.
fine. It's okay.
Okay. Right. Is that enough for the true Sam? Did you want to get another one? The middle of the price is 150 or whatever.
I'm happy to get like whatever we can get because it may come useful, but I don't know. Money may be worth something.
All right, you know what? This will just be desperate times. Thank you so much for your help, sir. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'm just gonna take my breastplate back and shove it in my bag. Maybe we'll see you again. Who knows? Have a great day. All the
Walk
butts roll
away.
back.
We walk away and just like, I don't think it's worth as much as you're selling it for, and keep on walking.
You turn
I
around,
completely agree.
and he's got his 2 poles in his one hand, whatever rag he had draped over them, and his stool in the other hand, and he's walking away.
If it was worth that much, you would be so fucking broke. Walking.
Good God.
Gandalf, I did have an idea, and I don't know
Yep.
if it's something that
What's
will
up?
work. DM.
Yes.
Funky Town idea, and I don't even know if it's something Gandalf would be comfortable with if it does work, and I don't even know if it'll work, but I can expend HP to heal people with my blood, right?
Mhm.
So what if I think you see where I'm going?
Nasty.
Are you asking that if you
Can I bleed myself into an arrow?
Healing
Like a
blood.
healing potion?
That's so fucking.
it would have to be used within 24 hours, but I would allow it. I would allow it up for that of a common healing potion.
So
That
just
is
like a
disgusting. I
maxed
just
out,
wanna
or
put
just
this
it
out
would just
here.
function as a healing potion.
This is the grossest, most unsanitary thing I think we have addressed on this.
What if
planet.
we don't? What if it's not matching blood types? Like it's so fucking nasty.
You don't know what that is. Shut up, Gandalf.
Ian knows. Ian knows what that is. Though. What the fuck?
What magic?
How much HP would that cost me? Because it's 1 point of healing per HP.
Right. I would say
So
it
what-
would cost you. It would cost you the minimal to put it in, and then has to be used within 24 hours.
Mhm.
And you roll it whenever it hits somebody.
Okay. Okay. Cool. All right. Just a thought, Gandalf. I don't know if that's anything you'd be comfortable with, but worst case scenario,
Yeah.
if we're close
fucking
together and somebody is
with-
far from us who desperately needs help, it's something we can consider, right?
Yeah, sure. If that's one thing we want to do, we're about to go into like the shit show. I'll just fill up my little needle arrows with your blood. Oh, it's fucking gross. Sure.
I didn't ask for this power.
I didn't ask for this. I never asked for this. God damn it. DM, just to clarify, are you saying it would heal for 2d4 plus 2, or would it heal for
Correct.
10?
2d4
Okay.
plus 2.
Okay. Ugh.
Just
Also, do these arrows break upon usage? I guess I never clarified that.
You're
Right.
gonna rinse them out.
There would be a roll.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Alright. Oh, boy. Oh, yeah, we'll keep that on we'll keep it on the idea board. Oh, shit.
I'm just doing my part.
Oh, yeah, yep, mm-hmm.
Can we talk about that mirror now? It's really important if I can use it.
What do you need this for? You said?
Spying on Yitro. If I have that mirror, I'll be able to tell where he is, what he's doing. I can see what he sees. Potential. High potential, I believe.
Okay, you see, the thing is, that mirror is magic. Already. And,
That doesn't mean it wouldn't work.
not my point. But if you have to look into the mirror to do this spell, you may accidentally end up somewhere else. It's a weird, spooky, like, smoke place. Everything's real gray. And you turn gray while you're there. Not sure what happens if you turn all the way gray.
Canona, you're right.
Oh yeah, no, I'm fine. Never better. But yeah, there bad shit is in there.
Just gonna kind of like look back and forth between Gorm and Gandalin. Would you mind if I at least took a look?
I very much advise not going into the mirror.
I don't plan to go into it. I'm just...
I mean, if you want to take a look at it, sure. But I just
Alright. Yeah, I'd like
be
to...
very careful.
Yeah. Alright. I'm gonna look at Gorm like... He's crazy.
Gorm's gonna kind of like nod back, like, yeah, I knew that.
Back to the ship we go, I presume?
Okay. Where'd you leave the mirror at? In your room?
It's on the table in my room, yeah.
Okay.
You better secure that bitch before Mop gets to it.
I assume we've established that your rooms have locks. I assume that everybody's room is locked. Unless someone tells me differently, that will be the case. As Gainwin leads you guys back to the boat and then down the first deck and into his room. The mirror is there where you left it, Gandalin. And there is a ceramic doll sitting on your bed. Sort of like close knit blonde hair, ceramic face, like rosy red cheeks, light pale blue dress, and like little like black cobbled shoes and everything. Just sitting there, like against your pillow.
That was not there when we left.
And that's where we'll go to break.
Fuck.
Thanks everybody for tuning in. We really appreciate you. Drop a follow or a like and subscribe if you haven't yet. It really helps us out and helps the algorithm help us get found. So if you like what you're seeing, do those things. Also, donate to Extra Life. While we're on break, you got some time. Go click over there and donate to Extra Life. So in the meantime, don't go anywhere. We will be right back. Much love. And hello, everybody. Hi. It's a nice relaxing session so far. A little bit of shopping, a little bit of conversating, a little bit of strategizing about their plan going forward. We believe the party has found the fastest route to transcontinental travel faster than
Running.
they're speed running Eberron, guys. That needs to be the title, the clickbait title of this. Speed running Eberron. That's what we're gonna change it to. It's no longer across Eberron. Speed running
across
Eberron.
Eberron speed run.
This is the run. This is the run.
We're about to start Yidril any percent. Let's go.
So, anyways, they have strategized, found their way, their path from here to Moonwatch to pick up some friendlies over towards Scairn. They have made it their way back onto the boat. Kaushik looking for a focus for her scrying spell to hopefully, maybe, aid in finding Idril a little bit quicker. And walking into Gainwin's bedroom to retrieve said mirror, they found a ceramic doll on his bed that had not been there before. So, I'll once again turn it back over to you, Shining Vanguard.
Well,
Yeah, no, I never took you as the doll collecting kind.
yeah, me neither.
No, it's alright. There's nothing to be ashamed of. I mean,
Yeah,
everybody's
I mean-
got their hobbies.
I mean, yeah, but Dad wasn't here when we left, and I didn't
Sure
go
it
in my
wasn't.
room last night.
No, it's fine. Don't worry. I won't tell anyone.
I'm gonna walk over and pick up the doll.
Okay.
Kind of.
Maybe it's mops or air issues.
Door was locked. I'm just gonna examine it real quick, see if there's anything that stands out.
Look across it. It's got doll-like features. Ceramic face. It's like like the insides of it feel like stuffing of some sort.
No, like distinctive markings or anything on it.
No maker, nothing signed on the bottom of the shoe or anything on the back of the neck like a doll maker would do.
Okay. It's really weird, but I'll ask. I don't know. I have no idea. I guess I just won't worry about that. I'll just have Milo check if it's magic or something later. Just set it back down for the moment.
You don't want to handle it right now. It's a little weird.
I mean, it's a little weird, but I mean, let's get your mirror real fast. Let's make sure that's gonna be okay. Let's pick up the mirror. So you mean, this is the mirror, but like I said, don't look into the look at the reflection too long. Just hand it over.
Is there like a time limit? Can I look at it for a couple seconds and it'll be okay? Or just
I have no fucking idea. I just know it. Put me in the fucking mirror.
I'm going to look at the mirror for 3 seconds.
Okay.
Anything happen?
Turn the mirror over, look into the mirror. Nothing happens offhand.
Right, so a couple seconds didn't do anything. Should I push my luck? Raise his eyebrow at Gandalf.
I mean, go ahead and try doing your thing, and we'll see what happens. I suppose.
All right. I'm gonna find a comfortable place to sit in Gandalf's room.
Sure.
You mind if I sit down on your bed?
Sure, go ahead.
Sits down on bed. Okay. And let me pull up the spell real quick. Real quick. Hello. There it is.
Oh, scroy.
Okay. So, I am going to cast Scrying. It's a 10-minute cast time. 17 wisdom save, but it is modified with 2 different charts, knowledge and connection. Would that be a choice, or is it both charts added together?
Give me 1 second. Let me pull up the scrying spell. Sorry. I was looking up a character sheet.
I think it's both because it says modified by how well you know the target and the sort of physical connection which you have to it. I do have a physical connection as well.
Knowledge is familiar. You know the target well, so they get he'll get a -5 for that. And then
You'll also get a
connection,
-4 because I have a possession of his.
likeness or picture, possession or garment. What possession do you have of his?
My crystal that I have around my neck, my holy symbol crystal, it was his.
Okay.
And I
Alright.
believe that is also, if you want to go double check, it is in my lore notes that I sent to you.
Yeah, I know.
That she took it from him before she left. Okay, just making sure. So he gets a -9 total to his check.
Okay.
Pretty hefty.
What's your spell save DC?
17.
-9. Is a 17 exactly.
Oh, son of a bitch.
You,
Damn.
as you sit there for a moment, Kaushik, sort of looking into this mirror, you have your looking deep into it as you start to cast your spell, hand on your necklace, and this face in your mind. Fresh. Not too long ago since you spoke to him. Feel your consciousness start to pull away, but sort of into the mirror as it does. And then out. Not into the mirror anymore. Into the mirror and somewhere far. Somewhere cold. You feel like you're right there, hovering over the entire northeastern like hemisphere of Corvair, and then fades away in a snowy blur.
Did it work?
So, no. There's a chance sometimes that, he can fight it. I can try again. Maybe a little bit later. I might need to, I'm gonna have lunch or something. Recenter myself,
Alright.
But it doesn't seem like the mirror did anything, which is
That's
helpful.
Idra's a tricky one, so sorry, Goshi.
You're
No
not
fine.
wrong about that. Yeah. We'll be on the road, per se, for a while. I'll have plenty of opportunities to try again. Yeah.
Maybe it'll help when we get closer. If we're all the way across the continent.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to go through my possessions, see if I have a piece of Eugel's hair anywhere.
Here's his ear.
Oh,
Chop that
so
off and
weird.
rip it.
There's a
I
piece
Van
of hair
Gogh'd his
wrapped up
ass.
in crystal. So strange.
Alright, just hold on to that mirror then, I guess. Just careful with it.
I'm gonna put it in the bag of holding, so that nobody else can really get to it. For if what Gandalf says is true, I feel like it's not very safe for anybody that doesn't know the kind of power it holds to potentially have access to it. So I'm just gonna put it in the bag of holding.
I'm removing it from my inventory.
Okay. If you will add Kaushik to your inventory, as I try to remember the name, I'm pretty sure it's Death's Reflection. But
That's reflection.
there you go. You'll add that to your inventory.
And I'm gonna go ask Milo about this weird fucking doll. I'm gonna pick the doll up and go down to Milo's room.
Okay.
Give him a little,
I'm curious too, so I'm gonna walk with him.
Sure.
Milo.
Sorry, my mute wasn't wanting to go off for some reason. Y'all hear the sounds of some Sharn music coming from inside the door. See if he hears you knocking over the music.
I am very loud.
Sharn
Yeah,
music is just like
between-
house, like, like going on from within.
One moment. One moment.
You hear like shuffling and the clattering of tools, and then the door opens and there's a frazzled, distracted looking Milo with just a table full of stuff behind him.
Hey, what
every-
can I help you with?
Everything good in there?
Yeah.
He'll open the door wider and you just see the walls printed with like neat rows of blueprints and diagrams.
Wow. That's a lot. Well,
Early start helps with
I-
productivity.
okay, sure. I found a creepy fucking doll in my room. Can you make sure it's not like a magical fucking thing, fuckamajig? I don't know.
A fuckamajig. Okay.
Yep, sure. Something bad. I don't know.
He will flip down his goggles and give it a look-see. I guess that'll be a ritual casting of Identify.
Okay.
It'll take just a minute.
He's like
Yeah, that's fine.
attaching stuff to it.
I'm gonna proceed to look at his blueprints while he does that and not understand a single fucking thing on them.
You are correct.
Like, it's a nice drawing. Really straight lines.
Something is broken with our D&D Beyond account because I can't access books that we bought. So that's fun. Interesting. All right. Identify. You're casting Identify on it?
Yes, and also gonna do a knowledge Arcana check, if you will permit.
Sure. You already get advantage on them, which I would say the Identify would help you with. The Identify comes back negative. It is not a magic item.
Okay.
That's good.
Knowledge Arcana is a
Yeah.
13 and a natural 20 plus 12 or 13.
Nice.
12, so 32.
There's no runes on it. There's no distinguishing marks on it. Nothing seems to be out of the ordinary about the doll itself.
Just a doll.
Just looks like a doll.
Well,
We'll kind of get that momentum, the energy high,
my findings are that it is a doll.
and he will hand it back.
Sick. I will ask Erish if he put a ceramic doll in my room, I guess. I don't know. A little weird, but it's just a fucking doll, then whatever. Okay.
Anything else?
So looks back
Howard?
at the doll and then back to
I don't know what the fuck are you making in here?
Ganwin, as you're sort of sitting, getting cautious because you guys are sitting there talking to Milo, you see some of the tools that he had knocked over when he went to go answer the door start to raise up behind him.
Oh shit! I'm just gonna grab Milo by like the front of his shirt and yank him out of the
God,
room
Ganwin,
behind me.
What the hell?
The unseen servant proceeds to set the tools in organized order onto
God
the tables
damn it.
behind him.
That's fucking weird.
What are you
I don't know,
grabbing me
maybe I'm
for?
just being
What's wrong?
paranoid. You're creepy fucking invisible manservant thing. Whatever. What are you making?
Do you not have one in your workshop?
My what?
Anyway, I'm working on the second version of my armor. If you didn't
Oh.
notice, it kind of got wrecked in that big
Yeah,
fight.
yeah, dude. You got really fucked up.
So we're working on the Black Dragon Armor Mark II.
Cool. What'll change? Or is it just like bigger and better? Will it have spikes?
Well, we're gonna try and have
Bigger
new
shoulder
opportunities for an
pads.
energy input, and we're gonna try and maximize that. We're gonna slim down a lot of the just extraneous materials and really try and make it a bit more efficient. More hot points for weapons platforms.
He's just gonna go on for like as long as you will let him.
Yeah, nope. That sounds awesome. I'm gonna leave you to that.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be fantastic. Do you want to come look at some of the diagrams? I think I've really
I'm-
cleaned up my methodology.
I couldn't possibly. I'm gonna. Yeah, you do that. Bye.
Oh, okay. Aye.
As Gandalf goes about his day, which you can focus on, I'm gonna stay and I'm gonna look at my blueprints with him. Or we're besties and he deserves the attention.
Give me an Arcana check, Kaushik.
I don't have to understand it to support him, but I will.
Try. Natural 20. Darn.
Probably not. It's a +0, so let's see how this goes. 18.
18?
Mhm.
You're not trained.
Hey! Sorry. She scratched the fuck out of my leg. Don't do that.
The unseen servant scoots you out of the way for you to react so boldly as it places more tools on the shelf. And you're reading through. You're not trained in Arcana? Okay, all right. I should have asked that beforehand, but looks like it is slimmer, maybe faster as you're sort of going through.
There's several empty coffee containers. by
I'm not
the
here.
jittery.
I'm not here to know things. I'm here for moral support.
Anyway,
Buddy's working hard.
His hands shaking.
so, how's things going out there? I walked around a little bit. Something about bugs going on. You know, talking about bugs, that really made me nervous after where we were just at. But then I didn't see any of the bugs, and they didn't have any of them with them. So I don't really know if it's connected at all. But anyway, since I was out there looking for things for the armor, I didn't really stick around too long, because I wanted to get back working again. But I thought that might be something that we should look into. Do you think that we should go out and actually see if there's anything there? Or is that going to be a waste of our time? We really do have a lot to do.
I know. How much coffee have you had?
You know what? I really don't know. Every time the pot runs out, I just send my drone out to get some more. It's been going on. I got up at about 5 a.m., I think. I'm not sure.
I know. How fast
Yes.
is your heart beating right now?
You know what? I'm really not sure. I don't know, because there's a heartbeat in my fingers, too. Did you know it's actually incredibly inaccurate to take your own pulse? Here, and he'll grab your hand and put it to his neck. Why don't you see?
I think you should take a break. Do you want to have lunch with me?
Oh, sure, yeah, it is about lunchtime, or a little bit past lunchtime. You know, I think I had, like, a piece of bread.
All right, come on. Up we go. I'm going to drag him up the stairs. We'll have lunch. Focus on Gandalf.
I'm not really doing much else. I'm just gonna hang out,
We
I
have to
guess.
find the source of the doll. Ask Eric where it came from.
Once Erish comes back, that's all I'm gonna ask him if he put a porcelain doll in my room.
Erish is probably back by the time you guys are back. You guys are probably approaching 1 o'clock at this point, a little bit later. So Erish is around. He just went off to thank Rosie and Ted for their help. So he's probably back by now.
Yeah. Hey, Erish,
Yes, sir.
did you put this in my room while I was gone?
I found it under your bed while cleaning. I figured it was a memento of sort. So I apologize if I should have left it under there.
Nope. I have no fucking idea where it came from. Maybe I don't know. I didn't examine the room too close. Maybe it was under there from the previous occupants.
Perhaps.
Weird place to leave a doll, but whatever. Maybe they just got forgotten. Whatever.
I don't know. I put it. I'm sorry. I made an assumption there.
Oh, no problem. When did you find it?
I don't know. Probably a couple of weeks ago. I was just trying to, fill my
Gotcha.
time. Maybe a week and a half or so. I was trying to
Sure.
waste time, so I decided to clean everyone's room while you were gone. Keep the
Oh,
dust
I
off
had-
of things.
Oh, appreciate it. You didn't look in the mirror too long, did you?
No, I just
Okay, good.
straightened it up.
Fantastic. Just checking. Well, I don't know what else to do with this. Whatever. Hey, Mop, you like dolls?
Now.
No? Alright. Figured to ask. What do you like?
He looks like half scared, half like just sort of like shrugs at you.
Okay,
It's a work in progress.
Make
It's
a note to work on that. Yeah,
it's years
He's
versus
looking-
just a few weeks with us.
he's looking very, very spiffy.
Yes. Rosie's helped me get some clothes together for him, and Ted helped me with a little bit of goblin. So
Does he have shoes?
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, he's decked out. Let's go. All right. I guess I'm just gonna go about my business. I don't have anything else I particularly like to be working on.
okay.
It's probably the time when Crowley just passes by Gandalf's room, shrugging his coat on, making his way out. And as soon as I get out and if I round a corner, then
Yeah.
I'm gonna switch to a homely, which I believe to be maybe a 12 charisma tiefling girl, and blend into the crowd.
Okay. Heading out to Zarashak. Where are you going to?
I am going to do my familiar method of sending out posts. Whoa! Oh, those gnats followed us, guys.
The barking mosquitoes are here. They're smaller, further away from the tree.
It sounded a lot closer, honestly. Crowley shakes his hair or whatever you see for the tiefling, like, what is going on?
Couple of stragglers from the swamp.
He's going to deliver post to 3 separate locations, is what he's going to do.
Okay.
3 letters with I didn't know what you would want to do for basically he wrote letters that obviously don't mean what he wrote in code, etc. I don't know if you wanted me to roll for anything like that, so
give me an idea of what you're trying to do. So you're trying to just like use code language of some sort to the people you're sending them to?
Basically, you know, the letter would seem like, oh yeah, this is the baking recipe for my famous apple pie on one. The next one's like Aunt Rosie's down with the flu, and the next one's like blah blah blah. But they're
Sure.
all like, but all when put together would probably lead to like a full letter
And
describing.
who are these going to? That'll determine if it rolls.
It'll be
really
going to
needed.
Sharn.
Okay. To like one of your contacts?
Yeah, one of my contacts, probably the one that's running the theater.
Okay.
To be delivered straight to my usual handler.
Okay, in that case, I won't need a roll from you. But sending it straight there?
Yes.
Okay.
Obviously from 3 different locations. Blah, get tea, blah, blah.
Gotcha. All right. It's easy enough to find post out here. Most of it's going out by mail, or most of it's going out by ocean. But yeah.
Okay, well that's excellent. And you know, as soon as he gets a far enough distance, he's going to consume that identity and, you know, switch to another one and make his way back to the ship.
Okay.
So, out into an alley, out another person, and back to the ship.
Gotcha.
This time, an elf man.
All right. Go through, and you feel it's just like this when you mass consumes the identity, sort of a relief, almost like satisfaction, but not your own, sort of deep within, and the want for more.
Crowley is quite familiar with this sense of hunger he received while they were in that other plane. So that's kind of why he's wasting these now. He's just trying to satiate that hunger for a bit longer.
Yeah, you think you'll need to take a few through town today?
So instead of going directly back to the ship, I guess Crowley's going to start wandering the market, as it were, and get some to just dump, as it were, and then 3 more for his own personal uses.
Gotcha. Give me a general perception check, Crowley.
That's a 19 in total. 14 plus 5.
Very nice. As you're sort of walking through town, you see it seems like getting ready to leave on the outskirts of the market here, going towards the east of Zarashak, like outfitting one of these large chitinous looking fleas that they've been boarding. You see Darek de Velderon, which you'll recognize from Gandalwin's fight here the first night y'all stayed. He just sort of seems like he's checking out a group of people at this point. Several orcs, several humans heading east of here. You see him. It doesn't make any sort of remarks towards you. He seems to be sort of wrapped up in his work, but you can do with that what you will.
I'll approach, just a little bit. I'm in one of my identities, so I'll approach just, casually. Curiosity open on my face. Before I start grabbing for these identities.
Okay.
Especially his.
Yeah, easily enough. You walk up to them, getting kind of close, 30 feet or so, to do so. Grabbing as you got several like orcs, half orcs, raising up. Seems like basic supplies, traveling supplies, and what have you. You got one minotaur amongst the group, sort of like large guy hefting things up. Just sort of like, you ever seen like heavy tossing competitions where it takes something heavy, just fucking yeet it up into the air like that. And Derek sees you from afar. Help you.
And we're outside of the monstrous territory, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'll
You're on the border of it.
Yeah. Just say in a younger voice, because once again, a little commoner looking face. I'll say, never seen a minotaur before. I was sorry.
Okay. Yeah. Staring's rude.
Yeah, look wholly abashed. I'm so sorry. I'm just a country bumpkin. My bad.
Most are. All right, boys. Everything's ready. East we go.
Do that commoner thing where I apologize, but gawk anyway. Keep gawking. They can't help themselves.
He turns to you and does this number, like telling you to turn around. Shoo.
I'll look totally like embarrassed and scatter off. Just
back onto the boat. Is there anything anybody else? Oh, you had something else?
I'm good. I just consume that identity once I pass around the corner, that's all, and switch to another.
Okay. Is there anything anybody else would like to do before you leave Zarashak? Okay. Erish brings up to the party, and as you guys are sort of getting up onto deck, Nilbo's getting ready to take off. 2-3 o'clock by this point. Lunch has been consumed. Erish says, I know that we've found Mop here, but I don't feel comfortable actually having this conversation without Artyom present, but I think we do need to consider Mop not staying with us for too long.
Understandable.
I don't mind taking care of him. I don't mind that at all. The line of work that you have and the people that may come in contact with us, he doesn't need to be subject to that. And I think everyone here can agree.
I agree completely. I have been in contact with Lydia's mother, and she said that they don't mind keeping an eye on him for us, as soon as we're able to make our way, back to them. I don't know how far out of our way that'll be, but
That could be something that perhaps, once Artyom has opened the tree for us to go over further towards the holds, perhaps to stop check in with them and drop off Mop to a safer location would be something that could be done.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Nilbo chimes in. Probably something we can eat up some time with.
Yeah.
It's on the outside of the bearwood, right?
Yes.
Should be easy enough.
All right. Should work pretty well.
I would like to raise the question once more when we do have everyone present.
Of course.
Absolutely.
If nobody has anything else, Nilbo settling up with the dockmaster here, gives him a firm handshake, bringing everything up on the ship ready to go. Gets behind the wheel and lifts off. Go ahead.
Did Erish get his shopping done for the day? I know he needed to get supplies, didn't he? I think somebody said something about him getting supplies.
I think I saw it in chat. The kitchen is currently stocked. You guys are good.
Did he get all his candle stuff?
He still has candle stuff left over.
Okay, just making sure. Can't leave our boy hanging.
Milo doesn't even know y'all are leaving port right now, so.
I feel like you would be able to feel it.
You do. We're having lunch together. You know we're leaving port right now.
I thought this was after lunch.
I am holding you up there as long as I fucking can. So you'll stop drinking so much coffee. I'm gonna break the coffee.
Erish would have grabbed everyone for that conversation about Mom, so you would have been present for that.
Fair enough. Brittany out here threatening Erish.
Once we're done, Crowley will tell Erish she'll take lunch up on the deck near the Kyrie and Lee flowers. So
very well.
And he'll make his way up there.
You make your way out there. You seem to be flourishing with Artyom's magic that he's imbued into the front of this ship.
He will definitely, if it wasn't out there, he'll have a chair out there, whatever. So he'll just sit there and enjoy the horizon and the flowers, both.
Absolutely.
And be available and not locked up in his room should anyone need him.
Okay. You guys lift up and out away from Zarashok once more, heading east, back to Moonwatch to meet up with some old friends, but it is going to take 8 days to do so. Artyom, let's look at your journey, friend.
All right.
You're going to be heading northeast from Zarashok, just to the east of Suthar Drawl. I'm not going to say unfortunately, fortunately, depending on how you look at it, that puts you over somewhere that is of interest. I would like you to roll a perception check for me.
Sure.
Big eyeballs.
Big eyeballs. That is a 21.
21. Okay. So this is not all in one trip. You have had to, how many times can you windwalk per day? Once windwalk. So this would probably be your.
But I can also shapeshift into an air elemental and go for I wouldn't use the full 11 hours of that, right? I'm not going to go for 19-hour days or anything like that.
Right.
But a few more extra hours of air elemental and then sleep.
Okay.
Find a nice place, probably up in a tree or something like that. Do a commune with nature to make sure there's not anything like super terrible near me before going to bed, and then conk it out.
You probably make it to, we'll say, the edge of Blackwater Lake there on your first day, your first cast of water walk. You're traveling at, or not water walk, wind walk. You're traveling at 69 miles per hour. Nice. As you go that way. So I think that's a fair distance, making it just to the edge of that lake. Also using your air elemental form. You reach and commune with nature is how far?
Let me look it up real quick.
It's like 5 miles, right?
something like that. Three miles.
3 miles. Okay.
3 miles.
From where you're at right now, 3 miles. No real readings. Nothing out of the ordinary at the very least. Not at this point. You camp there for the night. Easy enough. Not even going to make you roll a survival check for it unless you would just like to. But easy enough to find food here via fishing or hunting, but it is quiet. Except for the sound of woods. Kind of reminds you back before you found Bill, really. Out in Kibara, before you really found any real tribe, it's quiet for you, reminiscent of that time. But your night goes through without incident. That next day, you travel again, wind walking again.
Yep.
Okay, what was that perception check?
21.
21. It's not a hard check. As you start to pass north of Blackwater Lake, a few hours into your travel, probably 3 or so, there's a low, like yellow hanging clouds around an area. And then off in the distance to your east, I was going to say to your right, but to your east, you see a black tower in the distance. Not too far from you, maybe a couple of miles out.
Did we have any particular markings for where this mage person was out here in this area?
We were just told he was in the northwest of Droam.
Okay. Yeah, I will see if I can't. How far away is it from me right now?
A couple of miles.
Couple of miles? Yeah, I'll see if there are any larger trees kind of somewhere underneath me. Just keep like a fair distance away from it and see if I can just kind of swoop down and catch get a good eyeball on it and keep on going about my business.
Okay. How close are you getting?
Probably like, I don't know, maybe 60 feet off the ground, or maybe like 20 or 30 feet above the canopy, something like that.
Right. How close to the tower?
Oh, no, I'm not going any closer to the tower. I'm just going right there, staying a couple of miles away.
About 3 miles out?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Because I have no idea if that's this dude's tower or like, some Droam military tower or whatever the hell's going on here.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, it's a place of interest.
Sure.
Maybe another time.
Swoop down, see a couple of trees, no real big trees here, but you do find a couple that might be suitable for you. Lift off once more. And further to the north. Okay. That trip is probably going to take you straight there, straight back. We're going to put it at probably right there at the end of your third day, getting there and at the mountains finding a tree. So you'll probably be camping around the bottom of the Bishik Mountains there.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not trying to go particularly high into the mountains or anything like that, just probably to get us like on the lower slopes or something like that to get us in the area.
Yeah. Give me, it's a little bit difficult here because you're seeing just a lot of cracked dry land. A lot of the trees aren't going to be sufficient for what you're looking for. Give me at the end of this third day, give me a survival check. You are in a natural environment.
All right. Oh, that's a 2 and a 19, so I'll take that 28.
28. You do have to go a little bit higher into the mountains here. But you find a tree around the area. Now, unless you're looking for the mouth of this cavern or anything like that right now, you just know that this is in the vicinity.
Right.
Okay.
I know that there's super dangerous shit around in this area, so I'm not taking any chances. I see like a tree that is like, all right, yep, that'll do, and I'll probably get very familiar with that tree, I guess, and like
Okay.
hang out in it for the night.
Sure. Any other protections for the night?
I mean, I'll still do the standard commune with nature and see if there's anything rough going on in the nearby area before doing that. And if it seems like there's like a bunch of game or predators or something like that, I'll throw up an alarm. If not, I'll get the base of the tree or something like that. If not, I'll just head on the snooze down.
Okay. Give me a D4 roll.
E4. That is a 3.
3. When you commune with nature, not close to you, but further into the mountain range, familiar feeling, sort of deep in your gut. You look up at the mountain range, you're communing with nature. Strong aberrational presence.
All right. I'll mosey on a little ways away from that then. If there's a, just kind of don't want to have a nice nap in that whole stuff. So I'll probably head off like maybe a couple miles to the south, or maybe somewhere just away in the opposite direction of that, and
Sure.
Bed down there.
Okay. You go out. You have some far off in the distance, because these are flatlands here. Once you get out of the mountains and you get down past the foothills, sort of a couple of miles off to your right, and maybe more than that, looks like a collection of buildings or so. It's really hard to tell from this distance, but it's pretty far to your west. But
Actually, there is an extra precaution I could have been taking that I now remembered. When I go to sleep, I'll just sink into the earth.
okay. What's the spell again?
I'll just, I think it's meld with stone or meld with earth, one or the other. I'll just
easy enough
and sleep in there for the night.
Sure. Roll for purple worm.
Fuck.
Night goes by without issue.
Awesome.
Rewind time just a little bit. You guys lift off out of Zarashok about 2 p.m. that day. Is there anything anybody would like to do for your first day of travel back towards Moonwatch?
I want to see if I can acquire some. If we have any like big tarps anywhere on the boat.
Big tarps.
Yep. Or anything similar. Multiple sheets, if necessary.
What do you need big tarps for?
Don't worry about it.
You guys definitely have multiple sheets.
If we have spares, that'll work just
I
fine.
was gonna give you my sheet, but now that you're acting like that, you ain't getting nothing. I'm gonna put the doll back on your bed.
If we have like extra bedding, I guess that would work just fine.
Let's see what Erish has.
I need some, I guess some rope on which to hang said sheets.
So you got parachute?
No, that is not what I'm trying to accomplish. No.
You guys do have extra sheets in the staff quarters down below. If you would like to acquire those. And when I say extra, they are on those beds down below. Those beds are not currently being used, but
perfect.
They're like bunk bed cots down there.
Yeah, I just grabbed some of the just like not the non like I guess I don't know if they have fitted sheets in Eberron, but just like the fucking flat sheets off the top. Just grab a few of those.
Sure. Easy enough.
Yep. And a rope.
If he goes outside, he'll see Milo out there. He has rotated projects to kind of keep his mind fresh, and is messing around with some adjustments to the bolter on the top deck. So if you go outside, you will see big laser beam. looking stuff going on.
Opposite of where I'm going with that those sheets and rope. I'm
You're
just
going down.
no. I'm going to where like our table is at, where we eat our meals and stuff. And if I recall correctly from the diagram, there is just a flat wall on one side of it. It's like at the end of the boat.
On the opposite side of your, yeah.
Right. There's the
Okay.
table. It's open, and then there's a wall on that side, right?
I thought
Yeah.
Jonesy said you were going to be making a parachute. I was like, oh god.
No, I am not making a parachute. Brittany said that jokingly. I'm not trying to make a parachute.
Oh,
out of
okay. I thought it was
sheets.
serious. I was like,
No,
okay.
I can just fall quite far, perfectly fine.
I can't
All on my
fly
own.
right now to help you.
But I'm gonna.
You
take
would
a rope.
continue to fall if you made a parachute out of bed sheet.
Right. I just want to take the rope, and I would just want to attach it onto either side of the wall, and I'm curtaining off, like I guess about 10 foot from that wall.
Okay. You're just trying to make like a private area?
Yes, just
Okay.
along that whole wall. Yeah, about 10 foot away. Unless that gut runs into the table.
You know what? Hey, this is a good chance to use this. I'm going to launch Tailspire real quick, and you can show me where on the boat.
Sure. I will also launch Tailspire.
Anybody else that would like to explore your newly dubbed Stormbringer? You should be able to do it already. I've had it open on my laptop, but I'm going to open it up so stream can see as well. So I know it. I want to see what you're talking about because I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
I am having some troubles visualizing what you speak of. Computer's thinking 1 second. While we do this, is there anything quick anybody else would like to do?
Melgrim is going to eventually find Milo to speak with you.
I believe Milo said he was top deck, right?
Yes.
You hear the bassy hum of the bolter from the top deck.
What you got going on there, Milo?
Yeah, you see him flip his goggles up, a little bit of like sunburn around the rim of where the goggles were. Some steam coming out of different components on the bolter.
Oh, just working on improving this thing. Taking a break from the armor, focusing on one thing too much. Can slow you down.
Not trying to burn yourself out on one project. That's smart.
Well, I'm burning something.
Kind of gestures at like a metal plate about 30 meters away.
Yes, you are. All right, yeah, you got a lot going on, but just friendly little reminder, or just. I'm assuming you haven't had much of a chance to look over my axe yet.
Well, we went to Bug Hell, and then since then I've been working on my armor again, so no, not really. You've got plenty of fancy toys right now anyway.
Yeah.
Says and kind of like smacks the hilt of your sword.
Of course I do. Just wanted to keep that on your mind, that's all. It's,
Don't worry, I got a list.
that thing is pretty neat. Alright, well, I'll get out of your hair.
I'm sorry, I could not hear you, Wyatt.
I said, that thing's pretty neat. And, alright, yeah, I'll get out of your hair, man.
Oh, no. Watch this.
Oh, okay, sure.
A new function.
He'll flip a compartment up, take out a rune-covered cylinder that's glowing a little bit and slam it in there. Slam the compartment closed and shoulder it. And cast Lightning Bolt. blasting the shit out of the metal plate. All
Where
we got is like some visible rocking back.
Oh no.
where are you
Milo.
casting this?
Just kind of
Go
like
fast.
off. Because I figure he's got like a metal plate or a stick or something like that he's using to fine tune the weapon.
Mm-hmm. Lightning
So-
bolt. What's the range on lightning bolt?
120 feet, I think, but let me
Roll
let me
some-
double
It's
check it.
120 feet.
roll
yeah,
damage for me, Milo.
Okay.
Bro, our boat just got upgraded and you're gonna break it already.
That'll be 23 points of damage.
I think that's just enough. Give me one moment, please. It is. Everybody on the ship, make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Oh fuck.
Jesus Christ.
Yo, what?
I swear to God, Milo.
You just made the boat go zoom.
Need to-
28.
Is it a dex?
Dexterity saving throw, yes.
Mine is... Ooh, 14.
22.
18.
I'm about to fall over. Oh no. I'm about to fly off the boat.
I said, better hope you're not on the top deck. You just go, oh.
What was that, Milgram?
15.
15, and Kaushik, what was yours?
14.
14.
I'm downstairs. I'm in Gandalwin's room trying to plant that doll back on his bed. All sneaky, trying to scare him a little bit.
You
Okay.
told me you were gonna do it.
No, I didn't. That was OOC.
Milo, what's yours?
13, and I had to use a flash of genius on that.
Okay. Mostly everyone's good. Milo and Kaushik, wherever you may be on the boat, you do fall prone. As does
Oh yeah.
Erish and Nilbo, as you arc out a 120-foot bolt of lightning and it hits the ring. You see it travel up the ring to the central drive, and your ship takes off at double the speed you were going originally, at 50 miles an hour for a solid 20 seconds before it begins to slow down. You see Nilbo is holding on barely to the wheel of the ship as the stool that he has to stand on, which is on the boat, by the way. To see this, the stool that he has to stand on to see flies off of the back rail and just out of the ship, as you just hear Australian wailing in the background. It sounds like a mixture of excitement and terror at the same time.
You hear, "Ow, shit!" Milo tumbles a few times and grabs onto something.
All right, Milo.
Can I get a
I was
little bit of a
unexpected.
heads up next time?
That was interesting.
Ooh, definitely would have if I'd known it would happen.
I'm gonna storm upstairs. What is going on?
Boy, damn good question. Buddy's spicing
tell
up the
him,
place
Milo.
without telling anybody first. Give someone a warning.
Hello.
I lost my stool.
Our new drive works really well.
Milo's hair a little bit discombobulated as he's dragging himself back to his feet.
Whew. Unexpected results.
Takes out a notepad and starts jotting down.
Interesting. So we don't have to be in a storm for that to happen. That's... Yep. All right.
Is Erish upstairs? Like, do I see Erish during my tirade?
Erish, you see Erish sort of, if you're on that middle deck, you actually wouldn't see Erish. Erish is on the bottom deck currently in the kitchen.
Well, I'm gonna storm down to find Erish then.
You see him by this point standing up, straightening his vest, seemingly not from the through the kitchen door, and like just in the hallway right outside of Milo's workshop. Everything all right?
Erish,
Yes.
No more coffee for him.
He-
None.
He's it's not me,
even a
ma'am.
cup.
It's not
I
me.
don't.
He has his little robot and it comes and it steals my coffee. It's done it 3 times now. I haven't been able to catch the little thing. He has it sneak into the kitchen. I lock the door to the kitchen. I will hide the coffee. I don't know
No
what
more
else to
coffee
do.
for anybody. Yeah, no more coffee for anybody. No more coffee. Weird. Oh, the coffee. Oh, so weird. We forgot to get coffee. Darn.
There will be a riot on this ship.
There's gonna have to be a riot on this ship. No more coffee for him.
I will do my best.
You're a good man, Erish. Pat, pat. I'm gonna storm back up the stairs. Milo!
Straightens up his hair. It's really
Just for future reference, the drone rolled a 19 on its investigation check to find that coffee.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick Milo up by his ankle, start shaking his lunch money out.
What's your strength?
Not enough to be picking y'all up by y'all's ankles. Good thing y'all are scrawny little babies. I've only tried to pick up the 2 scrawniest members of the team.
You know, if you squint and look really close, you see Gorm in like a skin-tight black suit behind Koshik just picking people up.
What?
I know you said a skin-tight black suit picking people up, but I'm just imagining like those green screen things. So he's like wearing the green bodysuit and picking people up.
I was thinking the same thing. All right. Everybody does recover.
It warmed my head.
If he picked us up by our ankles, we just smack our head into the floor.
We come around the corner.
That's fair, actually.
Gorm says, when I shake him down, boss, and I'm like, yeah, Gorm, shake him down.
That's why it works so well, because everybody that gets picked up gets knocked in the fucking head and doesn't remember.
So, as we zoom into the Stormbringer here, everybody recovers themselves. We will take off the first layer and we will see the bedrooms. So
Ooh.
y'all can explore those. I left some trinkets here and there for you, but not many. All right, so Ganon, I'm looking at the dining room currently.
Yes. Okay. So I had a bit of a mental mix-up, but that's okay. It still works. Are there actually torches on this wall?
There
on
is
this diagonal wall.
There is some lighting right there, but easily enough taken down and removed.
Fantastic.
That mop in that bed.
It is.
Okay. So what I'm thinking here, Mr. Johns,
Mhm.
is over here by this window.
Okay.
I guess maybe a little. It'd have to be a little over the window. I would have to shove the table if I can. I don't know if the table's secured to the deck or not. People might just have to find somewhere else to fucking eat for a few days.
Within low roll, it is actually not secured. Dumbassery of the build. So you're able to scoot it over a little bit.
Yeah, I scoot it away from this diagonal wall, and I'm securing the a piece of rope like above that window,
Mm-hmm.
and then all the way across diagonal to this wall. That's the wall to Crowley's room.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
So from like here to here.
Yeah. So going from like right above that window to across to that wall.
Okay. So you're cutting off this whole portion right here.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Not like at least some of it. I'd have to leave enough room for the table to still be somewhere. But yeah, I'm putting that rope across there and then curtaining it off with the sheets that I acquired.
Okay. Easy enough.
Yep. And I'm gonna get my stuff and I'm gonna begin sketching on the wall.
Okay. Easy enough.
Considering this is quite large, I imagine I'll be spending a lot of my time.
Yep.
This will take more than just a little bit. So.
Especially depending on how detailed you're making whatever it is you're making.
Sure. I'll message you those at some point.
Okay. All right. So we will take this out. I'm already rebuilding the boat. I just built the damn thing. Yeah, great.
Well,
Wonderful.
Happy to help.
All right. So this is currently right here sectioned off. We'll see what we can do to section that off for now. Okay, so you're sitting there and you're painting on that diagonal wall.
I'm currently sketching on it with like a pencil or something. Is the
Gotcha.
beginning since it's a big piece, the big thing. I'm doing a little more prep work.
Gotcha. Okay, so doing the initial drawings, no paints quite yet, but those that do walk in here notice Ganelin scooting your kitchen table. There's not a lot of room in here to begin with, but scooting your kitchen table over, or your dining table over, and sectioning off this front part of the ship. All right, wonderful. Completely normal behavior goes unhindered. Is there anything else anybody would like to be doing?
Fantastic.
For this first day?
Well, I guess we can ask again what you're working on, buddy.
Go away. Don't worry about it.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Goes away.
Okay.
Great success.
I set that doll on the table behind him.
Okay. Where is the doll currently?
I was actually thinking about just leaving it on that fucking table in the first place. I'm just like, I don't fucking need it for anything. It'll be a centerpiece, I guess. I don't know if everybody can enjoy the creepy doll's majesty. I don't fucking know.
Okay. So, Kaushik, you can place it wherever you would like to. It is readily available.
I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna hold on to it for now.
Okay. Anything else for the first day? Okay. You guys go throughout the day, and easy enough sailing. Weather doesn't seem to be too bad. You got a little bit of an extra boost today, unless Milo decides to throw up any more lightning bolts to help the journey along. You guys go at a steady pace, back towards Moonwatch. I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to our main screen again. You guys feel free to explore that ship. There's nothing secret there. You guys are well aware of what's on there. So Gorham, you're sort of stretch as you go to sleep that night. Lay down. A couple hours later, the chili that Erish made, not sitting on the stomach. All right, you rub your stomach. Got to make your way to the little boy's room downstairs, the third deck. You make your way down and go. You're sitting in there, taking your time, as you do. Who's to rush an old dwarf? And as you're sitting there, a note gets slid under the door.
Kind of one eyebrow up. Eye the note. Pick it up. What does it say?
It's got 2 words on it. You just lean over and grab it. Door's close enough to do that. Open it up. It says, "Come play." Start to hear a little bit of laughter, a little bit of humming, slight tapping right outside the door.
Alright. I've had it with you and your damn dog, Gandolin. Stand up. Well, finish doing what I'm doing, wiping all that.
Right. You hear it fade away from you when you speak.
Bust open the door. Where are you?
Make a perception check.
You would haunt a 17. Do I have any bonus to perception? An 18.
Oh, it's positive.
You don't see anything. You hear creaking on the wood floor above you, like on the second deck.
Go up to the second deck. I ain't afraid no ghosts.
Make your way up with a quickness to the second deck. Give me another perception check.
That's a 7.
Look around. Don't see anything. Give a quick listen. Not everybody's as loud of a snore as your brother is. Your brother's definitely in his room. You can tell that by the walls vibrating.
Is anybody else up that I've seen?
Mm.
Alright, well, whatever you are, I ain't here to play. So, don't bother me when I'm in the bathroom. I'm gonna go back to sleep.
Okay. Yell out into the empty dark ship. No response. Walk into your room, shut the door again. Right across front of your door. Sounds like little light footsteps.
I'm gonna grab my hammer. I'm gonna peek back out. I'm gonna shake it. I'm warning you. Do I see anything? Like, well, what direction did it go? Left to right, right to left? The footsteps?
From your room, it would be right to left.
So I guess look out the room to the left. Roll another perception check.
Give me another perception check.
10.
I don't see anything.
I'm gonna close the door back and just wait.
Sit there. You just listening out?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me another perception check.
13.
13. You lean real close to the door. Put your ear to it, listening out for more footsteps. Do you think you hear them again? But they're getting closer.
Oh, they're getting closer. I'm hopping out. Popping out of the door.
Pop out of the door. Give me a perception check.
Are you doing it when it sounds like the
Yeah, when it sounds like it's getting closer.
Oh, okay, so like within your true sight?
He wouldn't be able to tell that, but yeah. I'm accounting
He could
for it.
guesstimate.
19.
19. Look around both directions. You don't see anything.
correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Milo not roll a nat 20 and not see anything?
Total was only
Earlier.
24 though.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What,
you're right.
what direction did I see? What did I hear it coming from?
Something like it was right across the hallway from you.
I'm gonna walk in that direction.
You walk 5 feet across, you're at another door.
Still nothing.
Nothing.
You would haunt a blind man. All right. Where's I don't know. If I had to associate a voice with that voice, what would I associate with? Would my mind go to the doll?
Give me a... Just give me a wisdom roll. D20 plus your wisdom.
Ten.
10. I mean, it could be. The doll seemed inanimate. Word would have gotten around the ship by now that Milo said it was completely mundane.
And okay, well,
Could be Koshik. The voice was feminine in nature.
yeah, I'll go to Koshik's room.
Okay,
Bang on the door.
sure. It's about 3 a.m.
My long rest.
You don't need those. We already proved that.
That's true. Oh. Hello?
Koshik,
What?
what are you doing? Running up and down the halls. Calm down.
I'm not.
It's not time to play games. We're trying to sleep.
I'm sleeping.
All right. Well, someone's running up and down these halls, and you're the only lady on this ship.
Men can run
Giggling.
too.
Giggling outside of the bathroom.
Gorm, you. What? Why did I do that? Have you checked Mop? Maybe Mop's having a bit of fun with you.
Mop doesn't sound like a girl.
Well, maybe. I don't know.
All right. Well, Koshik, can I speak with you anyway?
Haru meows loudly behind you.
Ma'am, please. Can it wait till morning? Do you need to talk to me now?
Something's going on here, and I don't like it. Someone's running up and down the halls, passing notes under the bathroom door.
Let me
I'm gonna,
see.
I'm
Let me
gonna
see.
slide it under caution. Oh, do you have your door open or what?
Yeah, I opened the door.
Yeah, I'll hand you the note.
What note?
Put it right. What?
Gorm, maybe you had a dream, yeah?
I only dream of vengeance.
Fuck. Fuck. The fucking one-liners. God damn it, bro. All right.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. I probably wouldn't immediately think of the doll either, would I? I might, because I've been thinking about scaring Gandalf like that.
You have the doll, don't
Where
you?
is she? Yeah, but I don't know where I put her. I thought I put her in the bag of holding.
Where'd you put her?
I didn't specify. I probably put her in the bag. I don't carry anything anywhere else. I wouldn't just set that creepy bitch out in my room. So I can go reach into the bag and see if she's in the bag. Is she in the bag? Did I
No.
pull her out? She's not in the bag.
Mm.
Gloria,
Mm-hmm.
do you know if anybody's been into the bag lately? If anybody's come into my room, been into my bag tonight?
I don't keep track of that, but I haven't seen anybody.
You're right across the room from me. I figured since you were awake, maybe you'd have seen if anyone came in.
I haven't seen anybody.
All right.
Give me a
All right.
perception check, Gora.
$12.
It's right on the table behind her.
What are you talking about, Koshik? It's right there on the table. You talking about the doll?
I didn't take her out of the bag.
Did you not?
I don't think I took her out of the bag. You know what? I'm gonna pick her up. And I'm gonna walk down the hall. I'm gonna... Gondolin! Wake up!
What do you want?
Take her back. I'm just gonna give them the doll. I don't care what you do with her, just don't. I don't want to see her again.
To keep sure, whatever. Just fucking toss her on the table. Go back to sleep.
Just
Throw her out the window.
Yeah.
Off the ship. Things are getting too weird.
If you want it off the ship, get it off the ship.
I'm tired and she's yours. Get her off the ship.
What?
Slams
What time
the
is all
door.
this happening?
3 a.m.
Good grief.
Going back to sleep.
Alright, problem solved. I'm walking back to my room.
Okay.
I'm gonna take my pillow and blanket and I'm gonna sleep on Gorm's floor. I don't want to be by myself. Hunkering down in here with you, whether you like it or not.
Alright.
Okay.
Locks door. I don't want to be dulled to death. Back to sleep we go.
What does Gandalf do with the doll?
Like I said, they just woke me up in the middle of the night. I just tossed it on
You
the
were-
table and went back to sleep.
Koshik closed your door. You were sitting there with it in your hand. You just throw it on
I
the
didn't even,
throw it
yeah,
on
like
the
I said,
table.
she handed it me. I just tossed it on the table and go back to sleep.
Okay. Clatters onto the table. Right next to the mirror. You go back to sleep.
Not right next to the mirror because I don't have it anymore.
That's right. It's in the bag of holding. You're correct. Sorry.
Let him be haunted.
Okay.
I do the old dwarvish sleeping trick of sticking my beard in my ears.
It adheres nicely to the thick wax.
disgusting.
the beard wax and earwax commingle wonderfully.
Do the old half-elf trick of folding my ears down and sticking the tips of my ears into my ears.
Jesus Christ. There's just an old trick for every race to sleep well, apparently. Everyone's got one. Humans got melatonin gummies. Half ears just got and elves got the fucking ear trick. Dwarves got the beard trick. Gotcha.
Y'all
Understood.
ever doing weird stuff with your beard and your ears, and it cuts over, and it's Milo doing that TikTok guy who always like points out the super obvious shit, except he's just like putting on some fucking headphones.
It's like earplugs.
Oh yeah. Okay. You guys wake up the next morning. It's a brand new day.
Charlie's already at the breakfast table.
A little bit more cramped as things have been scooted around, but easy enough.
Did the
Breakfast
drones
is
find the coffee?
Oh yeah,
Is
I
that
forgot.
19?
I don't remember what I rolled against it, but I'm gonna roll again because I don't remember what it was. Yes, it does.
at, at 5 a.m., we getting started.
Okay. Wake up, get started again. Melgrim's axe there laying on the table beside you, reminding you of another project to work on. But nonetheless, projects abound. Okay. The day is yours. You have a full day of sailing ahead of you. You guys have 8 days to kill on this trip. So instead of spending the same amount of time, I will say, to get to your halfway point, which is Vraukek, which Nilbo is going to avoid by several miles out to ocean. Much more confident in the abilities of the ship to be able to handle ocean travel now, considering he's been told that it can go underwater. Is there anything that you would like to do for those days?
Mostly, I'm just gonna be spending part of my time each day working on the wall.
How long are you going to be spending on it each day?
Probably a couple hours at least.
Couple hours. Okay. It's going to take you a large portion of this trip with only a couple of hours each day. But
yeah, probably like two, maybe 3 hours a day, just kind of working on it. Just being very sure, just trying to like taking time to make sure that it's right.
you figure as long as Milo doesn't give you any more sudden jolts, that between here and Moonwatch, spending 2 and 3 hours a day, you'll have to spend every day doing it, but you can take 20 on doing that if you'd like to do so.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Anyone else for these 4 days?
Yeah, I'm gonna try scrying again.
Okay.
-9, 17.
Fucking sheet. Pretty sure I know what it was though. I have never had a dice balance on the edge like that before. I have a dice that is on the edge of my dice tray and it just landed there. Okay. That was higher than the last roll.
Sick. I try it twice a day for 4 days.
You can try it once a day
Aww,
against the same target because it's in the spell. You can't do it again for 24 hours.
Okay.
So that's 2 days down. So two more rolls. On the third day, stare off into the mirror, Kaushik. Your vision takes the same path it's tried to take for the past 2 days now. Whoops, that's the wrong thing. Sorry, give me a second. I'm trying to give us some decent music.
Take your time, take your time.
Literally, where did it go? There we go. Vision, once more, pulled away from the mirror, across Corvair, snow-covered lands. You cross some ocean. You go into the mountains some. You go underneath mountains. You don't know how much water you've crossed. You don't know how much distance you've crossed. You go deep down under earth. Under the ground. Dark place.
Even hell.
Not familiar to you. Carved out caverns, it looks like. And you sit there. Your vision currently is sitting over Edril. and you hear a familiar voice come out, but not Idril's voice. We're getting ready. We're pretty close, I think. Recruiting's going all right. A couple of more churches. People getting tired of the rule they're under. So our numbers grow by the day. We get more and more. This is good. Yeah, you've been unable to reach my daughter. At least in traditional means. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this. Right then. What would you like me to do? Yeah, I'm not sure yet. We may end up taking another trip. She surrounds herself with people. She is no longer the solo spirit that I once knew. She has gotten friends. I also want you to do some research before anything with her. He is a dwarf there. White hair and a white eye. As if it had been plucked out, but he looked right at me. He seemed to recognize me. I want to know how. I don't know who he is. Find him. Order those close. Information is all we need for now. Shouldn't be too hard. You move along as scheduled. The next moon alignment is in a couple of weeks. Go now. Go find the other. And this time, don't fuck this up. If you do not come back. As that conversation finishes, Kashik. I sort of zooms past Idril. I would like you to roll the same roll that you would do for a spell attack, if you would, please. So that's going to be your wisdom plus your proficiency.
What is my proficiency?
+4.
+4.
Okay.
So
Oh, I see.
plus
it right
9
there.
total.
It's a bonus. Okay, cool. So just a d20 plus 9.
Mm-hmm.
16 plus 9. 25. I think is that math.
Okay. Sort of looking over the shoulder of Idril's familiar black, like leathers and robes. As this conversation is going on, and you see just the outline, but you don't need a physical description because you know the voice. It's Aelin. Steps away.
Figured.
Idril straightens his cloak, seems frustrated at this point, perplexed a little bit, and turns around. What was your roll?
I think it was a 25.
25 total?
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Turns around. Walks by your scrying spell. And that's where it ends.
I would like to immediately gather everybody together, and we're gonna have a conversation.
Okay. You gather everyone together.
Oh yeah, our team's not here. Okay, everybody. My spell worked successfully, finally, and I was able to see where Udra was and what he was doing. First of all, I'm not entirely sure exactly where he is. Underground, across oceans, under mountains. That's as far as I could tell. I wasn't familiar with the place at all. That aside, he was talking to Aelin. He's interested in sending Aelin on another mission to find me. But prior to that, he is having Aelin do research into Gorham. He said for now, information is all he needs. For now. I'm worried that he will be looking into his family or finding some kind of leverage against him. So I feel like the search for Yidril is even more imminent and immediate than we thought. He also mentioned the alignments of the moon happening again soon. I'm presuming there's a ritual that they're going to undertake. They're gathering people in mass who are tired of the rule they're under. That's all I was really able to gather. Do with that information what you will.
That bastard Elon. I think he'd learn his lesson.
Well, presumably we are going to be there much faster than however Aelin can move. But it does sound like he's no longer in Scairn.
He did say to Aelin as well that if he fucks it up again, to not come back, so there's that.
Aelin's on his last chance.
Apparently.
I
He's
told
going to
him
be trying
what would
harder than ever. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, but I told Aelin what would happen if I saw him again. There will be no mercy this time.
Right. Well.
Assumption is he's still somewhere within the Lizard Principalities, then, if he's across water.
Across oceans and beneath mountains, yes.
Pretty much as soon as Kashik has put out that information, Milo's gonna give a mental command to his clockwork Kestrel to pretty much sit outside and keep an eye on things until further notice.
Okay. Do you have the material components to resummon your Kestrel?
Yeah. I had him on the boat.
Make sure of that, and then deduct those.
That's what I'm checking right now.
Okay.
I'll get back to you on that. Other people can go ahead while I look.
Yeah.
I do want to pull Gorham aside specifically. He mentioned that he didn't know how you could see him when he was visiting me, but he also mentioned that he couldn't do it anymore, so I think I was right in getting the tattoo that I did. That being said, is there anyone in your family that I can contact to tell them to be on alert?
I can contact grandfather at any time.
Right, I did meet your grandfather.
I mean, I can shake his rock.
Right, do you want to go ahead and shake his rock and let him know?
Yeah, I'll go get grandfather head rock and give it a shake.
Grandfather head rock.
Grab him by his rock ankles and shake him over a trash can.
Alex, would you consider that to be part of the 10,000 worth of various and sundry materials we had purchased?
It can be, yeah.
Right.
I'll let that be
9,990 gold worth of various and sundry materials.
Your materials in your workshop. You keep track of them.
I got it on document.
Awesome. All right. And give grandfather half-face rock a good shake. A couple seconds go by. Oh, what? My boy, you can't keep waking me from naps now. I need them.
Sorry, grandfather, but we just received news. Kaushik, you want to elaborate? I was pointing the rock towards Kaushik.
Yes, how can I remember me?
Yes.
Hi. You're familiar with Yidol, correct?
Like
Yes.
a couple of pebbles shoot out of his mouth.
He's doing research into Gorham and your family. He said for now information is all that he needs. But I would like to inform you guys to be on alert in case he's trying to find some kind of leverage against Gorham. He is trying to get to me, and Gorham is one of my closest friends, and I am worried about you and your family. So just be on high alert, ready to fight if you need to.
Hey, don't worry about me, lass. I can kick some good ass. But I
Perfect.
will let everybody else know.
Perfect, thank you.
Can I go back to sleep now?
Alright,
Night.
sleep well, grandfather. Well, alright. I'll stick him back in the bag.
Okay. Slight bass reverberating from the bag.
Door's older than the ground we walk on.
How
Alright.
did you see him, by the way?
I looked over and he was there. The will of the ancestors, I can assume.
Good on him.
I am not too worried about father and grandfather. They are well-established fighters. They can hold their own in a spot, especially against the likes of Aelin.
Right, but I still don't think you really understand what you're capable of. But as long as they're aware.
I think you should try to scry on Aelin from now on. At least for a couple times. See where he's going.
Might be a bit harder. I don't really have anything of his, and I'm not really intimately familiar with him, but I could give it a shot every now and then, I suppose.
It was just a thought.
Good one. I do appreciate
And
it.
Kaushik, you said multiple times that we don't know what he's capable of. But by the same token, I don't think he knows what we're capable of. I mean, look at what we've just done, right?
You're right.
He comes after you, we'll, handle it, okay?
I know. It's not just me I'm worried about, though. There are people out there that they could use for oh my god, for their own advantages that we're not with, and it makes me really, really scared.
Milo says nothing to that.
That being the case, we need to act fast. We need to get this problem handled with the utmost haste before it spirals out of control.
So you guys sit here knowing you're really just at the mercy of the winds right now, moving as fast towards your destination as you can. That's what we're going to call tonight's session.
Woo!
All right.
Hey.
Thank you guys for playing with me. Thank you guys for joining us. And yeah, we are Hard Knock Dice. We're going to give someone a raid real quick. But before we do that, if I can find the right computer, we are Hard Knock Dice. We stream every Monday and Saturday. On Mondays, DM by our friend on one of these sides of me, Gandalwin, aka
Hello.
Ian, aka at Fear DOA. DMs our Ghosts of Saltmarsh campaign. With that, we are also raising money for Extra Life. Right below me, you'll see a thermometer. We're trying to raise $2,000, which we think is very doable for the year. So go donate to Extra Life. And on Saturdays, I forgot to say that we do this at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Ghosts of Saltmarsh on Mondays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And come and see all these beautiful faces and some different faces on Monday. So a big thumbs up. Follow us on Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, all of them. Go find us. We're there at Hard Knock Dice. And until next time, we're going to be rating Lawful Stupid RPG. Because I like that name.